What up, guys? Myron Gaines here from Unplugged Lifestyle. Yeah, I switched the name up a little bit. Don't make fun of me yet. Today, we're going to talk about online dating, guys. This one's going to be a good one. I'm going to break it down from A to Z, how to use it appropriately, how to not get fleeced. And quite frankly, a lot of guys struggle with this. So let's break this down and simplify it a bit. Let's get into it, baby. Yo. What is up, people? Today, back again on a Monday by myself because I don't have any friends. I am here to do another show. And man, what I'm starting to realize is that things that, and this kind of got brought to my attention. Shout out to my friend John from Modern Life Dating, man. There's things that I've kind of like just figured out in life. And I didn't realize that I was halfway decent at these things until I started helping John with the coaching. And one of the things that me and my friend John from Modern Life Dating, we did back in May was we created a course called Pandemic Pickup, which I probably just messed myself up by saying that. Well, here we go. This video is probably not going to be monetized now. But anyway, when we created that course together, we did a lot of research, man. Like I don't think anyone, because like let's keep it real. These other dating courses, like they say some like ridiculous stuff. Like I spent $500,000 researching this and that, and it's like, bruh, like who, like, bruh, who you trying to fool, man? Like you ain't spending no $500,000 to figure out how to get chicks on the internet, bro. Like we ain't dumb. You know what I'm saying? This dude thinks we're. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Like, bro, I ain't going to say no names, but I got a friend here in Miami that is in that scene, in that PUA scene, and he already told me that guy runs a lot of international game with European models, right, in third world countries. So I'm not going to say, but I think you guys know who this dude is. Running around saying I spent $500,000 trying to figure out how to master online dating, and I've done it. And I've seen the course before. It's good. You know what I'm saying? There's good stuff in it. But like for him to say all this other stuff is he's exaggerating, but it's cool. It's a good sales tactic. But the point of the matter is, guys, is when me and John worked on this course, I'll just call it P Pickup. Okay. Back in May, we learned a lot. We ran a lot of split tests. We did a lot of experiments. We harnessed Instagram to amplify it. And there was a lot of learning going on, you know what I mean? And we were actually applying it. And here's the beauty, the difference between us and these other guys. John was testing the strategies in Tokyo, and I was testing the strategies in Miami. And we were still we noticed there were some differences for sure, both cultural and differences in general as far as like setting dates up, text sequences, everything like that. But the overall general scheme of things is pretty much very similar. Okay. And we're going to go through everything here when it comes to online dating. I wrote a nice little outline for you guys here so I could stay nice and organized, baby. So we can talk about what is online dating, the power of online dating in 2020, the different types of apps. We're going to break down each app, the negatives of each app, the positives of each app. We're going to talk about how to maximize your actual profile. Then we're going to talk about, let's see here. Man, I wrote a lot here for you guys. Texting, and then how to set up a date. Because at the end of the day, if you're on online dating apps and you're not setting up dates, you're wasting your time, bro. I'm going to say that again. If you are online dating and you're not setting up dates, you're wasting your time. So with that said, we're going to get into the first thing right now, and we're going to get into the background on online dating.
Round one, fight.
So as you guys know, it's 2020, one of the worst years ever. Great year for me, but obviously online dating is pretty much required now. We're all quarantining. People run around with masks on. Girls won't even shake your hand when you cold approach them. You got to do the elbow tap. Literally happened to me the other day. Met this really hot chick at CVS. Well, I ran up on her. Hey, you, come here. Let's talk. She looked at me crazy. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, we need to chat. I find you attractive. Not as attractive as me, of course, but we need to talk. She was awkward about it. So I cried and walked away. Just kidding. But the point of the matter, you guys get the point. Cold approaching right now is you got to have some cojones to do it. You know, I mean, I still do it. I don't care. But a lot of girls are going to be lower IQ and think you got the beer bug, right? And run away. So online dating makes the most practical sense. All right. So let's do a little bit of a deep dive on online dating, what it is, because I know I got some senior citizens in here that probably don't know anything about online dating and don't really know the ins and outs of it, everything like that. So I think you guys got to understand the cliff notes, right? Because I don't want to harp on this too long, is that online dating has gained a lot of popularity. Also, guys, we'll do a Q&A at the end. I forgot to mention that. I will open up the phone lines for you guys. So online dating has gotten a lot of popularity now. A lot of people do it. It's pretty much an accepted way to meet. Okay, if you go back about 10 years, right? I'm old enough to remember this. I'm 30. Go back about 10 years ago, it was very taboo to meet people from online dating. You know, they would make fun of you. They would think you were weird. It was kind of an insult to your social value, etc. Okay. When Mystery was running around, this is why I always say I love Mystery, man. Like, I think his book is excellent. I think every man should read that book that wants to become good with women. But quite frankly, that book was written in an age where social media and online dating didn't exist. So that's why I tell guys all the time, you need to like learn his principles about like attraction triggers and all that, which I think he does a fantastic job of breaking that down. You know, leader of men, protector of loved ones, being a general leader in general, financial security, all these things are very true. You know, it's basically evolutionary psychology, but his methodologies are, how do I say this? His methodologies are dated, you know what I mean? Because when he was running around doing this stuff, remember that book came out in like 2002, I think. He was writing about stuff that was going on in the early 2000s, you know, or in the 90s, man. So it's dated. So now online dating is an acceptable way to meet women. Okay. Quite frankly. And here's the other thing too, man. A lot of people are getting married from online dating. It's been rising significantly. I used to see this girl. We used to fornicate. She's cute though. Colorado. But anyway, the point is this. She was a wedding photographer. And I remember me and her used to have discussions about this. And I'd ask her, she lives here in South Florida. Hey, like, how many of your gigs come from like online dating? She was like, yeah, actually a lot. Like a lot of Hinge marriages. So Hinge is where you go if you want to get married and get trapped. Just kidding. Don't do that. But the point is that it is becoming socially acceptable now for women to meet men online and vice versa. It used to be, I remember back in 2013, man, when I was in college still, Tinder had just like come out. It was fresh off the thing. And a common thing in girls' bios was, don't tell anyone we met here. Nowadays, girls don't even care if you guys met off Tinder. It's an acceptable way to meet each other now. Heck, Bumble has a friend option. Did you guys know that? I didn't until like a year ago. You know what I mean? Like and we're going to talk about that. Don't worry. I'm going to break down each app. After you guys get off this podcast, you guys are going to know pretty much A to Z how online dating works, how to maximize, etc. Okay? So anyway, so that's an overview and the background on online dating. Okay? It is now an acceptable way to date. Whereas 10 years ago, if you said you online date, people would look at you, say, haha, you're weird, and not talk to you again, which is kind of my life right now. But anyway, man, if this doesn't work out, guys, I am going to become a stand-up comedian. I hope you guys attend the show. All right. Second thing we're going to talk about.
Round 2, fight.
Now we're going to talk about the power of online dating in 2020. Positives and negatives, all right? We got an overview of what it is for all you guys out there that just got a phone and joined us in 2020. Now we're going to talk about what's good about it and what's bad about it, okay? So the power of online dating. Let's talk about the positives, okay? Positive on this channel. We don't make streams crying for several hours on end. The good thing, guys, is it's convenient. It screens out girls, okay? Saves you time, and you're able to cover a large amount of ground fairly quickly, okay? Let's break each one down. Screens girls. So if you guys do cold approach, you'll know, shout out to my boy Troy Francis, you know what I mean? He's also a big cold approach advocate. We talk about it all the time. One of the biggest obstacles that you're going to deal with when you cold approach, especially during date game, is you're going to randomly talk to women, a lot of your rejections, even if you make a perfect approach, are inevitable rejections. And the reason why is because she has a serious relationship with someone. She's seeing someone really seriously. She's dating someone seriously, whatever it may be. She's married. Maybe she's just not feeling it right there, whatever it may be, right? She's like, you ran up on her in the grocery store. She looks like crap. And she'll be like, oh my God, I look terrible. And she'll feel awkward and the interaction won't go as well, because the thing is that, I've had it before where I've run up on a girl and she doesn't look as good. And she's like super self-conscious. And like, I can tell she's attracted because, right, I'm looking at her body language, but she still will manufacture like an excuse like, oh, I have a boyfriend or whatever. And she'll say that because she knows she's not looking her best right now. And she doesn't want to deal with like, like the awkwardness or whatever. So she'll just like reject you off that. So the reality is when you cold approach, a lot of your rejections are going to come from things you can't even control. The beauty of online dating is it screens the girls out for you to some degree. And what I mean by this is that girls that you meet in online dating apps more than likely are actually going to be single or doing some other BS, which we will talk about later on when I talk about the apps, how girls use online dating versus how men use online dating, right? And as a guy, you got to be smart and understand this and use it to your advantage and or not get fleeced. So that's one of the positives, right? And then obviously it's a time saver, right? Because you're able to swipe right while you're on the toilet, right? Look at profiles, etc., and you're able to cover a large amount of ground. If you live in a major city, guys, this is a mandatory. All right, you need to have an online dating. How do I say this? Profiles. You need to have online dating profiles if you live in a major city. This is absolutely required, man, because you're never going to be able to cover as much ground. Even me, right? When I was at the peak of my night game, when Miami was open and everything wasn't shut down and everything, I was still using online game to supplement my cold approaching, right? But now with this crap going on, right? Because obviously Miami's pretty much, any major city in the US right now has pretty severe restrictions. LA's in the same boat. New York City's about to close down again. This beer bug is messing it up for all of us, man, like crazy. But anyway, one of the biggest, the CBC, I think you guys know what that means. Worse than a fat chick, getting you, stopping you from getting your action. But anyway, so yeah, you need to have an online dating because you're going to cover so much more ground. And online dating is fantastic in major cities, especially densely populated. For example, I'll give you guys an example right now. Online dating, right, in like New York City is fantastic, right? Whereas like I always tell you guys how much New York City is not that great for night game. And me and Lucario broke this down on one of my last streams. Go back and check that out, how to become a bad boy. But we went into detail in the New York City life scene and nightlife scene because as you guys know, I'm from Connecticut. I used to party in New York City quite a bit. And quite frankly, to give you guys the cliff notes, New York City is very pay to play. If you want to see the hot girls, you're going to have to pay to get into the top clubs to see them because they don't hang out at dive bars like other places. Like in Miami, you can go to a dive bar and still meet bad chicks. New York City, that ain't happening, baby. That ain't happening. All the hot chicks are at the top clubs, One Oak, Bounce, Mr. Purple, etc. So that's what it is. So next, as I'm getting blown up here, let me see. Okay. Anyway, so now we're going to go into the negatives. Okay. Those were the positives of online dating. Negatives. It's easy to get addicted. Let me explain this. A lot of guys I know only run online dating. Okay. And it blunts all their other skills. Okay. So I purposely still cold approach girls to this day, despite, spear bug and everything else, because I want to stay sharp. And I understand that cold approach makes in general, your charisma, it strengthens your charisma, your resolve, your confidence. It makes you face your fears, and quite frankly, it makes you so when you go on a first date, you're way more charming. Like it's not even hard; it's very easy, right? When I go meet up, my close rate on first dates is so high because I'm able to have a lot of charisma and be able to carry a conversation, be funny. But that came from years of cold approaching, man, and getting rejected. You know what I mean? So. That's one negative of doing online dating. I know a lot of guys that rely on online dating way too much and can't cold approach anymore. You know what I'm saying? Another negative, man, I'm going to have to be honest about this. It needs to be optimized for you to get a return on your investment. Yes, gentlemen, you actually need to take it fairly seriously to get girls. Okay? Why is that? I'll tell you why. I'm not here to lie to anybody. Women are extremely selective on online dating. Yes, I said it. Women are delusional on online dating apps, guys. Girls that are 6s and 5s think they're entitled to 8s, 9s, 10s, maybe not even the 8, okay? They seriously think that they deserve the top tier guys because the thing is with a lot of these dating apps, they're dominated by males, okay? So girls kind of have a monopoly on, they have a monopoly on online dating. So that's why I always say you need to max out your profile, which don't worry, we will talk about that here at the end. And guys, don't forget to like the video, please. We got 115 live viewers, slowly growing. I'm glad that you guys are here with me today on this lovely Monday afternoon on Columbus Day. Shout out to Columbus. Dude got his own holiday and he's out here killing people and pillaging and everything. Like, this is crazy. He did discover America, though. But anyway, well, actually, no, he didn't. It was another guy. But whatever, we ain't here for history lesson. All right. So anyway, let's continue on. So, and here's the other negative with online dating. Not gonna pull any punches, guys. You're gonna need to, as with anything when it comes to dealing with women, you're gonna need to work an insane amount of volume. Okay, like a lot. You're gonna be swiping. If you do a full court press on online dating, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second, you're going to spend a significant amount of time swiping. I'm not gonna lie, and being online in general, between all the different profiles and everything to maximize your chances, because you're going to close a very small percentage of the girls that you deal with from online dating, because a lot of girls are very flaky, fickle, and quite frankly use online dating to just get attention. They just keep it a buck. They use it to get attention. All right. But we'll talk about that more within the apps. Okay. So those are the positives, the negatives. All right. Now let's break down the apps, guys. All right. We're gonna go through this one. This is gonna be very fun. So, as you guys know, there are several dating apps out there. Okay, millions. Ooh, I said millions. LOL. In the millions. Okay. So the first one is Tinder. Man, everyone knows, and there's different categories. So let's break down the categories real quick and then go through it. You got your swiping apps, you got what I call your poverty apps, and then you got your sugar daddy apps. Okay, this is basically class tier. All right, so let's go with the poverty apps first, actually, and then work our way up. All right, so the poverty apps are OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, aka Plenty of Whales, Badoo, and then this was just brought to my attention, but by my man Mr. Locario, Happening. And I don't really know if Happening is that great, but I'm just putting it in the poverty apps because it looks like a poverty app. No offense, Lucario. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're in the chat. All right. And when I say a poverty app, I mean as in these apps have the lowest quality of females from an attraction standpoint. Okay. This is where you're going to find your whales, your gargoyles, your Pokemon. You know, chicks out on there look like freaking Bulbasaur. It's terrible, bro. You don't want to be on these sites. I have a Plenty of Whales account, and I've made an OkCupid account too, bro. Dude, every time I'm on these sites, all I feel is just like, yo,
that's a huge bitch.
And I'm just like, nah, man, this ain't for me. Like, you know, I've definitely done my work, and I've been, you know, I've played World of Warcraft and leveled up and gotten my experience up by slaying a bunch of, you know, grunts, but no more. I'm done with that. So that's what I call the poverty apps. These apps typically are free and or have a low paywall. You're able to get in fairly easily, but they're extremely popular. And when they're extremely popular, typically it means that you're going to basically deal with a lot of riffraff. Okay, a lot more ratchet chicks, ugly girls, etc. Lower socioeconomic status, that type of thing. So next, we're going to go to the mainstream apps, okay? Number 1, Tinder. Number 2, Bumble. Number 3, Hinge, okay? And then for my brothers out there, the Latinos, okay? Está encendido, which for my people in here that don't speak Spanish, that means it's lit in Spanish. Use that when you talk to girls, by the way. If you meet a Hispanic chicks, to be like, okay, little freebie here for you guys, all right? And don't forget to like the video because I'm going to give you guys a free tip right now when you meet Hispanic chicks. You say, oh, you meet her and you're like, hey, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, sweet. And then she's going to ask you probably, you're going to say, está encendido. Okay. It's lit. And she's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Right. And then she's going to ask you immediately, do you speak Spanish? And you're going to reply this line. This gets me so, I shouldn't be giving this out on the internet for free, but whatever. She's going to ask you, do you speak Spanish? You're going to say, poquito, poquito, suave, suavecito. And then as soon as you say that, she's going to know what song that's from. And she's going to finish it with you. And it's going to be real funny. It's going to be a good interaction. You know what I'm saying? And then, boom, you guys can keep talking. But that's a little tip that I do. And for anyone that's been living under a rock, search Despacito on YouTube, okay? Probably one of the most played songs of all time. My ears bleed when it comes on. Because at the time I was living in Texas. And for all you guys that aren't familiar with the United States, Texas is very Mexican dominated, okay? And they love that song. And I heard it for 4 years, like nonstop, dude. So anyway, let's continue. So Chispa, online dating app. So Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, and Chispa are what I call swipe apps, which basically swipe right for yes, swipe left for no, okay? And I'll tell you guys right now, all of you need to have Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. That's non-negotiable. Especially if you live in the United States in a major city, you need to have all three. You need to be running all three of those apps. Okay, and ideally, you want to be running multiple of them. Okay, multiple Tinders, multiple Hinges, multiple Bumbles. Which we taught guys how to do that in our course. Which, if you guys are interested in that, hit me up on the side for a consult, and I'll teach you exactly how to break it down. But you need to run multiple of each. Okay, because that's going to maximize your ability to get matches. Think of it this way. You're in like 10 nightclubs at once. All right. Can you imagine Myron Gaines and 10 nightclubs in Miami at the same time? Dude, this city would go burn on fire. You know, the way I cold approach. I'd talk to every girl in 2 minutes. But anyway. So yeah, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. Bumble works the same way, except the girl has to make the move first. Okay, guys? She's got it's more of a feminist app. LOL. Anyway, so on Tinder, you swipe right. If you guys both swipe right on each other, you're able to talk. It unlocks it, and then boom, you're able to message. Here's the problem with Tinder, though. Tinder, guys, is the attention-seeking girl's haven, okay? The thing is that everybody knows that Tinder is the most popular dating app on the phone, and girls use that to their advantage. Okay, how do girls do that? Well, fortunately for you guys, I have some knowledge for you. Let's go down memory lane. I'm going to break this down for you guys real quick because these are the most important apps you need to know anyway, and then we're going to get into the sugar stuff. So, you guys in the chat are hilarious. Okay, anyway, let's talk about this with Tinder and stuff like that. So the thing you guys got to understand about Tinder is that Tinder is designed for you to fail. When we ran tests, me and John, one of the tests that I did was I took a brand new Tinder account and I took my old paid Tinder account, which was a gold account. Okay. Same pictures. And I even used a boost, the big boost, the purple one for $70 on my gold account. Okay. But I compared it to my Tinder account that is that was brand new. You guys want to know something crazy? The brand new Tinder account got way more matches than the old one with a $70 boost on it. So what we quickly deduced from this was that Tinder is 1,000% designed for men to fail. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Definitely is. Okay. And quite frankly, it makes sense because only about 20% of the user base, is men. Very small percentage. Women. The other 80% or so is men. So since women have the monopoly, they're trying to drive women to the app. They do everything they can to make men get on the paywall. So when you first join in, guys, right? And this is the same with Bumble and Hinge as well. Hinge and Bumble do this as well. So this is going to cover all of them. But I'm going to talk about the negatives of Tinder here in a second because that's the most popular one, and you guys need to know this. And I'll go through each app so you guys are fully aware. But anyway, the reason what they do is when you make a brand new profile, they show your account to all the chicks, man. All the girls see your profile, okay? And the reason why they do that is because they want all the girls to see your profile, and they especially show your profile to girls with lower ELO scores, Okay, what an ELO score basically means is her ranking. Okay, so like for example, like a whale is going to be a ranking of 10, versus like a hot chick, model, IG model, she's like a 99 attack points, right? Versus the whale is 10 attack points. So they're going to show you to all the whales, right? Probably from POF, the girls from Plenty of Fish, they show you them. And then those girls are going to be more apt to swipe right, okay? And when they swipe right on you, well, they're going to be more apt to swipe right. They're going to swipe right on you, and then you're going to start seeing matches. And then this is where Tinder shows you, oh, you have 99 plus matches, or you have a bunch of matches. Upgrade to gold to see them now. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. just go up plus. A lot of the time, gold. I mean, unless you're going to travel or whatever, I've noticed that upgrading to gold doesn't really serve you too much. You're better off you're using a plus. You're running multiple accounts, and then resetting your account every now and then, and just using the swipes for the day on a brand new account, right? Because they give you a certain amount of swipes. But if you're running multiple Tinders, you'll be able to run a lot of swipes on one profile, then run max swipes on another profile, and just continue doing that. You're better off doing that on multiple new accounts than resetting those accounts, than getting a gold account and having unlimited swipes. It's crazy, I know, but that's basically what we figured out, is that newer profiles get an incredible boost. It's nuts. You know what I mean? So, we got a super chat here from my boy, Fresh Prince CEO. I use Tinder to pull into Instagram and it works wonders, but we will talk about that more in the course. Oh, yeah. Fresh has a unique way that he does it. He basically pulls the girls. He pulls them immediately off of Tinder to Instagram and uses Instagram funnel to talk to them, which is like ingenious the way he does it. And we're going to teach you guys how to do that, because there's a very specific way to do it so that you don't come off as like a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And then also just to to make it more natural. Cause like if you just like overtly, hey, whoa, I need your Instagram. She's gonna be like, what's wrong with you, bro? You know what I mean? Cause most guys don't go that route. Some guys do, but like a lot of guys go for the number instead. Cause most guys or if they do give their Instagram sucks. Most guys, their Instagram isn't optimized. But anyway, let's and we're gonna give Fresh a Don DeMarco for that one. Don DeMarco. I know Aaron B loves that in the chat. All right, so anyway, so that's what Tinder. Okay, it's designed to get money out of men. Okay, it's because when you're a brand new account, they boost you up an algorithm. You get shown to all the girls. Blah. You get higher elo score, and then boom. Bumble is the same way, right? Very similar. It's just that the girl has to message you first if you guys swipe right on each other. Okay, and Hinge is the same way as well, where when you make a new profile, you get an incredible boost. And here's the other thing too that they're not going to tell you. They show you to all the hot girls as well. They're going to show you to all the hot girls, and you're going to actually see them when you're swiping through. You're going to see the hot girls. So, or the girls that rank high in your area when you're a new profile. So that's why if you guys notice, when you make a brand new Tinder account, Bumble or Hinge, when you first start swiping, you're going to see, wow, these chicks are bad. These girls live in my city. Where they been at? You know what I mean? You're going to be shocked. So that's what it is. All right. So that's basically the mainstream apps. Okay. And then I'll make some 2 honorable mentions. So we got that covered, right? Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. All right. And then Hinge is a little bit different. Just to talk about Hinge a little bit. Hinge, you have to use prompts. You have to actually use all your pictures. I think you got to put 6 pictures up, and then you're able to like use little quotes. Hinge, I would say the most serious girls are on Hinge. Okay. Typically, you're going to find a lot more professional women on there, depending on your city. And Bumble. The girls tend to be a little bit more serious on those 2 apps. Tinder's a free-for-all, baby. Like a lot of girls don't take Tinder seriously. And the thing is about Tinder is a lot of girls use it, right, to funnel men to their paid content. I know you guys are like, yeah, I said it, right. Girls use it basically to tell you, get over here and join my OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? That's what they use it for. They thirst trap you. They put some, really attractive pictures up. And then next thing you know, you're on OnlyFans paying $3.33 for a subscription and paying $10 to see pictures of this chick in the bathroom. And don't ask me how I know, because I might or might not have dated OnlyFans girls that do that to make a lot of money. So anyway, with that said, a lot of girls use Tinder to do that, because Tinder is the most widely used dating app, and they understand that a lot of guys are going to be on there horny, and they use it to their advantage, and they funnel you over, or they funnel you to their Snapchat, Or some girls are so brazen, they'll put their Cash App in it or their Venmo. And guys actually donate money to them. Shout out to my boy Red Pill Rican, man. He actually, if you guys follow him on Instagram, he puts like videos of himself following these chicks. And if they put their Cash App or Venmo, he'll screen record himself reporting them to Tinder. And it actually does get their accounts banned. You know what I mean? Like I've met a few girls that that do OnlyFans, and they keep saying, yeah, my accounts always get banned on Tinder because people report me. So guys are waking up, bro. Guys are waking up, and I'm just like, as this happens, I'm like,
Oh my God.
good for me, man. Because you know what? The more guys that wake up, the better, and it might equalize a little bit in this marketplace. Because let's keep it real, these girls have too much power, man. So when these guys report these chicks and they get their accounts banned, I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
okay, I'm having too much fun, guys. We got another super chat here, Jay Stokes. So how long before your Tinder gets worn out and you should create a new one? Excellent question. I'll answer that in the Q&A, and I will open up the phone lines for you guys. Don't worry. Oh man, we just hit 201 live viewers, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, please. Giving out a lot of free game out here, and I will continue to do so on this broadcast. So we covered the apps, right? Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Chispa. The negatives of each. You know, Bumble, they have to message you first. Hinge is good, but there's a lot of as you use it more and more, you're going to start to notice less attractive women. But those girls take it most seriously. Tinder, hot girls, but a lot of them are on some BS trying to funnel you to other paid services. Bumble, good in between, but the girl has to message you first. And let's keep it real. Girls have zero game. It's always funny because girls will tell you, oh, I need you to, when you message me, send me a creative message. And then when the girl's forced to message you first on Bumble, it's always something stupid like, hi, hey, what's up? And you're like, oh, okay. Because girls have zero game, but that's another story. So anyway, okay. Now, let's get into the honorable mentions. Then we're going to get into the sugar daddy apps. Honorable mentions, eHarmony, and what's the other one? Match.com. Shout out to my boy Alfie Kingdom. I'm going to do another stream with him. He actually sources girls with Match.com, which I thought was crazy. I didn't even realize. And then there's also Facebook dating. I don't use that, but I've heard good things about Facebook dating. A lot of guys get dates off of that. But I don't use it. And Alfie uses Match.com, and he said good things about it. So, you know, that's gonna be good. Anyway, now those are honorable mentions. Let's get into the controversial stuff.
Perfect.
The sugar daddy apps. There's two, actually, I think there's three, but the main one is an app called Seeking. Okay. Then there's Sugar Daddy Meet, and then there's this was brought to my attention actually by a girl that I was seeing, Millionaire Match, which I didn't even know about that. Now, I will tell you guys this: there's pros and cons for sure with using these sites. Okay. Let's go with the negatives. A lot of these girls on this site are professionals. And when I say professionals, I mean they are professionals at fleecing men, okay? They pretty much just meet guys and they already know.
Stupid.
And they're going to take your money, okay? Because most guys don't have a lot of experience. This is why I tell guys on my last broadcast last week, I said, you need to have a 50 lay count. Bare minimum before you even contemplate getting in a serious relationship or getting married. Why is that? The reason why I say that is because when you're dealing with girls from sites like this, they're predators, quite frankly, okay? They're looking for a come up. They're looking for a dude to spend money on them without them having to really give up anything. Now, are there girls on there basically giving it up to get money? Absolutely. But there is a decent amount of them also that are not giving it up and just getting paid hundreds of dollars to go on dinner dates. Yes, I know what you guys are saying. There are old dudes paying these chicks hundreds of dollars to go on dinner dates. Okay. Like $300 to $500. Okay. The going rate here in Miami is about $300. These chicks take these guys out on dinner dates and he pays her to show up, eat with him, pays for her food, and then he doesn't smash or nothing. And she leaves. Yes, that's the world we live in. We talked about this on our Patreon. A big reason why a lot of girls flake in 2020 is because of that. Even if a girl likes you, she's going to take that opportunity to get the bag over meeting you, because at the end of the day, a phone bill got to get paid, baby. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, A lot of girls that live in major cities that don't have like high paying jobs, how do you think they can afford to live in these high rise buildings and in downtown center areas, etc.? All right. Quick break for a super chat. Zuhir Gula, you are a good looking Myron. Keep up the good work. I'm just stopping by to encourage you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support as always. I hope you're making money on the stock market, as I know you probably are. Okay, so let's continue. Where were we? Oh yeah, we're talking about the sugar daddy thing. So yeah, man, that's what's going on, guys, behind the scenes. For a lot of you guys that don't know, these girls are getting allowances, etc. Me and my boy Fresh are gonna do a Patreon exclusive video on this, which you guys need to get on the Patreon, patreon.com/freshfit, which I'm going to shamelessly plug here on my name. But that, seriously, guys, you need to definitely understand that with these websites, you're going to be dealing with girls that are professionals, okay? They're escorts, whatever it may be, and they make money off men doing this. So if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get fleeced. 1,000% you're going to get fleeced, okay? That's why I say, like, you don't want to venture and start using these types of websites until you have a decent lay count and you know how to deal with women. Now, here's the positives of going on these sites. The girls are the hottest by far, okay? Caliente, like most attractive girls are on these websites. Girls that wouldn't be caught dead on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge are on these sites, okay? This is where you're dealing with models. This is where you're dealing with like chicks that like are social media influencers, right? That make their own money. And quite frankly, a lot of girls that are on these sugar sites, they're not even broke. I can't tell you how many successful girls I've met that are on these sites simply because they want to deal with a guy on their level financially. I went out on a date with a girl two weeks ago. Dude, she makes $250,000 a year. She makes $250,000 a year on sales, but she doesn't want to. She's tired of dating broke boys. I went out with another girl, med school student. You know what I'm saying? And she does pretty well. You know, I've met lawyers off of it. I've met doctors. So you're also going now. Obviously, you got to screen your profile, right? Like I have I have my profile set up a certain way where it's not, it's not set up in a way where like I'm trying to meet like chicks that are just trying to get money. I'm actually using it to date women that are at, of a higher caliber. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to use it to go out and get like chicks that are trying to fleece you for money, you can do that. But the point I'm trying to make is there's a negative connotation that all the girls on there are sugar babies, which is not true. A lot of successful women on there as well. You know what I'm saying? That just don't want to deal with broke boys on all these sites. Okay. So they use it as a filter to kind of meet guys on their level financially. Now, so that's the positives. You're gonna see hot girls out. Because here's another thing too. I want to say this real fast. A lot of hot girls, what I've learned is that they don't want to have the stigma of being on Tinder and Bumble or Hinge to meet men. A lot of girls like don't like having that stigma. You know what I mean? They want to be able to say, "Oh, I'm hot enough where my social circle and going out alone helps me meet men." But with this beer bug, a lot of girls have been stuck at home, so a lot more girls are on dating apps than ever before. This is why you guys need to be on it. It's like mandatory, especially if you're in a major city, okay? Because cold approaching, though I think it's excellent, you should be doing it still. It's going to be very difficult to use it as a main sourcing methodology nowadays, especially with like nightclubs being closed. Nightclubs is where you would do most of your cold approaching for cold leads. So you can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, so that's the sugar world, okay? So we broke that down. Next, we're going to get into how to maximize your online dating profiles, okay? This is going to be the fun part. As I finish my energy drink here and get another one, and people are going to spam in the thing. Yo, Myron, you're going to die, bro. No, I will not die. And if I do, you guys will be happy anyway. None of you like me. Anyway. Okay. So now we're going to get into how to actually maximize. So let's recap real fast. We went over the history of online dating, an overview of what it is. Okay. We went over the negatives and positives, the power of online dating in 2020, especially during this beer bug epidemic. Then we went over the different apps, the negatives of each, how each app works. Okay. We went over the poverty apps, OkCupid, plenty of whales, etc. And then Tinder, Bumble, the main ones, which you need to have. And then the sugar apps, right? Which, like I warned you guys, sugar apps are great, hottest girls, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to take it out. They're going to fleece you. And then, because a lot of the girls on there are definitely pay to play. And now we're going to talk about how to maximize online dating. This is where a lot of you guys fail, man. And this is why so many guys don't do well on online dating. Okay. So number one, don't be fat, guys. Yep. I said it. Don't be fat. this body positivity movement that we have going on in the Western countries, especially here in the United States, where it's okay to be fat, that doesn't apply to you as a guy. You understand? That applies to women. Well, even though no guy really wants fat girls anyway, but women aren't shamed for being fat. It's actually taboo to try to shame a woman for being fat. As a matter of fact, this video is probably going to get taken down for me saying plenty of whales. But whatever. I'm telling the truth. But as a man, you don't get that benefit. If you're a fat slob as a guy, guess what, man? Unless you got a lot of money, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. You know what the consequences of that? Two things. Number one, you ain't going to see your Jimmy. Number two, you ain't smashing nothing besides your hand, okay? A lot of up and down movements, if you know what I'm saying, with your hand. And then next thing you know, you're going to be like, oh, hell no. When you see a girl, you're not going to want to cold approach her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue on. Don't be fat. That's number one, okay? If you're morbidly obese or you got an overt gut hanging out your shirt and stuff like that, you need to get in the gym first, all right? There's only a few things in this world that you can control, guys. Your weight is one of them. There's absolutely zero excuse to be fat in 2020. Zero. Especially with all the information out there. Man, go on my YouTube channel. I got so much content on fitness and losing weight with studies in the description box to show you guys exactly how to max out your fitness for free, might I add. Did I say for free? Okay, no BS. As you guys know, I'm not sponsored by nobody. I don't have no incentive to sell you a supplement or some stupid diet. I tell you guys what works, what doesn't, okay? And here's a spoiler alert. Calorie deficit is how you lose weight, guys. Yes, I know it's amazing. It's crazy to say that, but that's what it is, okay? Keto, paleo, whatever, none of that stuff is special. It's the controlling of energy that actually helps you lose the weight. Go check out my YouTube videos on fitness. My boy, my YouTube guy, Tom. Shout out to Tom. He made a whole playlist for fitness, which never gets views. Everyone wants to see the womanizing stuff, never the fitness stuff, which kind of hurts my feelings. But I just give the people what they want, which they always want more stuff on girls. So anyway, we are here. So that's number one. Don't be fat, guys, okay? Number two, all right? Let's see here. Look through the chat real fast, make sure. Okay, I didn't miss any super chats. Number two, guys, pictures. Man, bro, this is going to make or break your profile, okay? This right here is the most important thing that you're going to need to get handled, okay? I'm going to tell you how to do this. You're going to need, right, to definitely go out and get a professional photographer. You understand? A professional photographer and take 1,000 pictures. Yeah, I said it. 1,000 pictures. Why? Well, you're going to need, I suggest, anywhere between 10 to 15 good photos because you're going to spread these photos amongst all the different dating apps and you're going to cycle them. Okay? So if you take 1,000 shots and your photographer isn't low IQ, you should be able to get some good pictures out of that. Now, how do you take good pictures? I will break that down for you guys right now. Number one, you have to be, the pictures have to be professional, obviously, right? Good lighting, this is like standard stuff, but I'm going to break it down from a dummy perspective. You're going to need to have good fashion too, guys. It amazes me how little the average guy knows about proper fashion, okay? Most guys have no idea how to properly dress. It's crazy, actually. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, oh, you need to be, I'm going to start firing up the phone lines here in a second too, by the way, guys, for the Q&A, because I know I'm going to probably have a bunch of questions. I'm not saying you got to be GQ with Versace and the most expensive gear, Gucci, all this other stuff. But again, this is why it's so important to be in shape, because when you're in shape, the clothes look good on you. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. But the biggest thing, guys, when it comes to selecting clothing is it needs to fit you. Okay. I can't tell you how many guys basically wear dad jeans, you know what I mean? Those dad white sneakers, right? A baggy t-shirt that sits loose on them, right? These are all fashion no-nos, guys. You got to wear clothing that's nice and fit, trim, okay? Jeans that are nice and fit, slim, or, you could even wear skinny if you want to be a little bit more fashion forward. Cuffed, ankles cuffed maybe an inch up. Some good shoes. I tell all my guys you need to invest in a pair of Chukka boots and Chelsea's, okay? Because if you're 5'10", it's going to break you into that 6 foot, magical ground that girls, all want. It's going to make you taller. They're nice and clean looking, and they're more mature. Because quite frankly, once you get to a certain age, man, wearing tennis shoes just ain't going to cut it no more, man. I hate to say it. Like, you could wear tennis shoes here and there, but like as far as like being like consistently good looking all the time, because tennis shoes have a time and place, you know what I mean? But like if you have boots, you can always wear those, right? You don't need to necessarily, how do I say this? You don't need like a special occasion to wear them. Like you can wear tennis shoes when you're going out to like maybe like a dive bar outdoors or whatever. Oh, I'll wear sneakers. But if you got boots on, that works all the time. So invest in boots first. And if you want to add like a pair of white sneakers, I suggest every guy have a pair of white sneakers. Some Nike Air Force Ones works. Adidas shell tops, this classic white shoes, right? Some Vans even, if you're from California and you want to, you want to tell me when to go. Oh, that type of thing. So I'm going to fire up the phone lines here in a second, guys. So you're going to hear a little bit of dialing. Don't get too mad. All right. Blog Talk Radio is very loud, as you guys can hear. But anyway, so yeah, guys, you got to dress well. Okay. It doesn't have to be brands. It needs to fit you well. Number one priority, fit well. Number
two, now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Right. So number one, it's got to fit you well. Number two,
your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4,
the British
3,
lady.
2, 1.
I never understood why they always have to like do this.
Radio.
Like, man, I hate them. Anyway, 245 live viewers, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying the knowledge I'm dropping here. So anyway, the clothes got to be well, guys. So number one, fits you well. Number two, clean, right? Obviously, it's got to be clean. You can't be dirty. All right. Doesn't have to be brand name, but it's got to be, modern. Okay. And when I mean modern, I mean fitted shirts, fitted jeans, nice shoes, boots, right? Most of the time, especially when you're going out at night. And then you can have one pair of white sneakers that you wear during day situations where you're like at a dive bar, a little bit more of a casual situation. White sneakers that you can get, Nike Air Force Ones, Adidas shell tops, those some classics, or Vans, right? If you're from the Bay Area. Okay. So now, where to take the pictures? You need to take the pictures in cool areas, okay? With cool backdrops. So if you live in a city area, do it like, let's say you live in New York City, take a picture by like one of the bridges, okay? A lot of people like to take pictures by the bridges or by one of the skyscrapers or with a cool city backdrop, right? You basically need to take the pictures in a way that is high value, okay? That shows that establishes you as a cool guy that's fun. I always tell guys, the litmus test is when you're taking the picture, can she imagine herself being next to you doing said activity? If the answer is yes, it's probably a good picture. Pictures of you traveling, pictures of you doing cool activities, surfing maybe, you know what I'm saying? You playing guitar. If you have activities that you like to do, then do those activities, but have your professional photographer take a picture of you. Man, I don't care if you play video games for money, okay? Like if you're a professional gamer, you're like a dork, have the guy take a picture of you playing video games like with a crowd watching you or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still gonna DHV you, make you look high value. And let me tell you guys something. Video game guys do get chicks, man. This censor, I forget his name. He plays like Call of Duty or something. He got like that weather chick from Mexico, and that dude has zero game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got her because of clout, but you guys get the point. Social status means everything, even if it's social status from something nerdy. So you want the picture to convey some kind of high value about you. We got a super chat here from Nick Bailey, $2.99. Super sticker. Thank you so much for the support, brother. I appreciate that. Make sure I didn't miss any other super chats here. Myron got no gains. Tips for not cheesy gym shots. Man, I love the trolls. Yeah, I'll answer that at the end, dude. Just and I see this one here. Is Myron Sudanese? Yes, I am. My parents are from Sudan, but I was born in the United States. All right, let's continue on so I don't get distracted. And the phone lines are open too, by the way, guys. Let me put that number up for you guys because I'm coming up to wrap this up here in a second. So anyway, so yeah, it's got to have a cool backdrop. You doing cool activities, even if you're like your hobbies are boring. If you take professional pictures doing the activity, man, it could be you playing Warhammer 40K, bro, the nerdiest thing of all time. I don't care if you have professional pictures done and it like looks cool and there's people around watching you do it. It's gonna make it look a lot better. Now, I don't suggest you do that, but you guys get the point. It's very important for the picture to be professional and have some kind of allure that you're a high value guy, okay? Or a high performer within your hobby or thing that you do. So then obviously get the pictures edited by your photographer, right? Get it out, rid of any wrinkles, pimples, all that stuff. And here's the thing too, guys. A lot of guys I've noticed have ethic problems with this. Oh, edit my photo? What do you mean? Like, that's BS. Isn't that catfishing? Bro, let me tell you something, man. Are you
dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
You know these girls are all professional photographers? These girls all use Facetune, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've been on a date yet where a girl looked as good as her pictures. Every girl's a professional photographer, guys. So the only way you're going to fight fire with fire is you got to also edit your pictures. Yeah, I said it. You know, show this stream to your girl so she can tell you to never watch me again because I'm out here giving the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you guys are...
He needs some milk.
And you guys just accept it as it is. But you guys got to understand, if you guys want to compete, you're going to have to edit your pictures too. Because these girls 1,000% edit a lot of the... if a girl has like awesome pictures on Instagram, you best believe she edited those, dude. Every girl I know is a pro at using angles, getting rid of cellulite, stretch marks, wrinkles, you know, making themselves look thinner, Photoshop, Facetune. Facetune has changed the game, baby. And girls know how to use it like on a crazy level, man. So you need to compete and do the same, okay? It's just a little bit of a lift, man. You don't got to go crazy. You know, don't make yourself look like Brad Pitt all of a sudden. You know, don't do that. That's going to cause you problems. But you guys get the point, okay? Edit your picture so you don't look crazy. Especially if you got like a pimple or something like that on your face. Okay, bio. I know you guys are already like, okay, Myron, well, give me a bio. I'm going to give you guys a secret. Your bio doesn't mean anything unless your pictures are good. Say that again, bro. The girl is not going to care about your bio whatsoever unless your pictures are good. And here's the other thing you guys got to understand. She ain't really going to read your bio until she commits to wanting to date you. Yes, I said that right. She's not going to read your bio more than likely, or not actually like read it and internalize it until she decides she wants to go on a date with you. So the bio is not as important as people say. Okay. The bio is solely to supplement your pictures. Okay. Now, me and John pretty much have a bio template that we use all the time. I can't give the whole thing away on here for free, but I will give you guys a general outline of the first thing you need to have in there. The biggest thing you need to understand is you guys need to have some kind of statement, right? That is like wild but funny. Okay. Like it's socially calibrated, but it's not like, but it's not crass, you know? You want to get like a crazy response from her, but you can't be like, oh yeah, I want to, insert porn, insert like P industry activity here. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't be like, again, don't be thirsty.
He needs some milk.
But you got to be witty and funny about it, all right? 271 live viewers right now, guys. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe. Get the likes up so more people can see this in the algorithm and more girls can get mad that I'm giving away the game and their OnlyFans subscriptions are going to go down because guys are no longer swiping right on Tinder to girls trying to funnel them over to their Snapchat premium and everything else going on nowadays in the current marketplace that we live in, okay? Got a super chat here. Can you use the iPhone for pro photos or you need a DSLR? Yeah, no, you can use an iPhone. Okay. There's a couple apps that you can use, which I go into detail with, behind the scenes, but which apps to use, what filters to use exactly that fix most guys' problems. But you need to get your pictures definitely edited. Okay. And guys on phone lines, don't worry. I will get to you. I'm just going to finish this little thing up and we'll do it. So, okay. So anyway, so yeah, Robert, yeah, you definitely can. And there's a couple apps. I'll put in since you're a patron, I'll send it to you. And patrons, don't worry. We will give you guys all this stuff behind the Patreon as well. Okay. So we talked about, where were we at? Oh yeah. Okay. So next we got the pictures handled, right? And we got, now let's talk about texting. Okay. Oh, bio. So you need a shock statement, okay? You need something that like it breaks because you guys got to remember, every dork is messaging a chick. Oh, hey, baby, what's up? Oh, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. So I'll give you guys my opener, okay? Feel free to steal this because I know you guys will anyway, as everyone does. Okay? I say, you have trouble written all over you, and I send a meme. Okay? Why do I do this? Class in session. So let's repeat that. I say, you have trouble written all over you, and I add a meme. And I'll go ... Okay? So this does a couple of things. It causes intrigue. Okay? Because she's like, oh, what does he think about? Why does he think I'm in trouble? And then I use a meme. When me and John were doing testing, we found that using a meme pretty much increases your response rate by about 30%. Because one of the biggest problems with online dating is girls don't actually check it, and they use it to, like I said, use it to get free attention, and then they get off. So they don't really check it that much. They kind of look, oh my God, I got 99 plus matches, and some of them like it and enjoy. Well, they all enjoy it and like it, but it overwhelms them as well. So when you do that, you kind of like break through the craziness, right? Because that's like an intriguing opener, and you're using a meme, which shows a little bit of creativity. She's more than likely going to respond to that and say, how am I trouble, or whatever. And you're going to respond, hey, I'm not on here much. What's your phone number? Or if you're using like Bumble, I know Bumble has this feature now. You can actually call her on Bumble. You can like FaceTime her on Bumble. Hinge lets you do this too. Okay? If you don't want to try to get the number closed. But the point of the matter is this, guys. You need to close the deal quickly. All right? So here's a text thread verbatim that I would run. You have trouble written all over you, plus a meme. Okay? She responds, irrelevant. Then you're going to say, what's your number? Because I'm not on here much. Or let's FaceTime. Or if you have a good Instagram like my boy Fresh Prince CEO, you can use the IG funnel and you can get her over to your Instagram to talk to her there. Okay? You have many different options here. Now, if you're on Bumble or Hinge, try to get her on the app to talk to you like on a FaceTime or a call. And the reason why I say this, guys, man, class in session some more. Girls are flaky, okay, and fickle in 2020. A lot of girls use dating apps solely to get free attention. So you guys need to be basically S-testing them to see if they're serious about meeting up. And the way you do that is by doing compliance tests off rip. No free attention, guys. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry. We talked about this. We did a full podcast on this, girls wasting your time and getting free attention. It's even worse now in 2020 because we have the internet, which is a buffer that allows girls to siphon off more attention from you, and it's acceptable. You understand that? We live in a world now where girls can siphon attention from you off the internet, and it is completely socially acceptable, okay? So knowing this, that women aren't really held to any kind of real standard to meet up with you, or there's no consequences for them wasting your time, you need to take the initiative and make sure that they're not wasting your time. How do you do that? By getting them on the phone or a FaceTime call immediately, getting them off the app in general, whether you do it through Instagram, a phone number, or a FaceTime call right there on the app, right? Because technically you want to get her off texting on the app. Let me be more clear about that. You want to get her off texting on the app. And the reason why is because girls use dating apps to get free attention, okay? Especially like Tinder, which I was telling you guys. I've dated girls that solely use Tinder to get, if they're a dancer, they use it to funnel guys over to their club. If they're OnlyFans, they use to funnel them to their OnlyFans, their Snapchat Premium, their paid content. You know, they're just basically like, oh, you simp? Oh, you're a simp?
Get over here!
Give me your money. And then you're going to be like, here, take my money. And then next thing you know, she's going to look at you like you stupid. And then she makes $10K a month off of you. Or like this other chick that made $1 million in a day. So don't simp, guys. Okay? Anyway, so you need to get her off the app immediately. Okay? Or do a phone call. Why do I say do a phone call? Because you're going to be able to S-test her on the phone call in ways that you would never be able to do over text. Now, I'm going to say this real quick, all right? Because a lot of guys talk about text game. Oh, text, just be witty on the text. No. Text game, for most guys, is going to be a complete waste of your time. I'm going to say that again.
It was at this...
Oh, wrong. Text game, 99% of the time, is going to be a waste of your time. And the reason why is because when you go back and forth with a girl, you're making her comfortable talking to you on the app and texting you, okay? You're not creating the reality that you guys might actually meet. You understand? Because A girl will sit there and text you all day, especially on the app or even by phone. But when you have a conversation with her, right, she's going to be more apt because now it's a real person. It's going to be harder for her to flake. We all know that there's a flake epidemic in the Western world when it comes to dealing with women, okay? Girls don't really respect men's time anymore. They flake. We talked about this. We talked about this on the Fresh and Fit podcast. 7 reasons why women flake. And then we came up with the top 3, which is too dirty for YouTube, but it's the honest truth when you're dealing with top tier women, why they flake. Long story short, they have way too many options. And quite frankly, it's highest bidder wins type mentality with chicks, okay, especially the most attractive ones. So the only way you're going to be able to discern a girl that actually likes you and wants to meet up and versus a girl just seeking attention because she's bored because some other guy that she's dealing with isn't giving her the attention she wants, you need to get her off the app right away or get her on a phone call. Because what you're going to do is when you get on a phone call with the chick, number 1, most guys don't have the cojones to do that. Number 2, it sets you apart. And then number 3, most importantly, you're going to be able to actually read her vibes and you're going to be able to make educated decisions on how you should progress dealing with this girl. You might get on the phone with her and be like, yo, this girl's low IQ. She's dumb. She has 0 personality. I don't even want to go out with this girl. Done. You don't got to talk to her no more. But imagine you spent 2 weeks texting her, right? You're sending all these witty texts. Oh, look at this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. These voice notes, all that other stuff, which I suggest you do voice notes as well when you're setting up the meet or whatever. But you're like using it to like build comfort through text. Nah, man. No, none of that, bro. None of that. Because girls will sit there and take your free attention all the time. So you need to test them and get them out on the date quickly. Okay. Time kills all deals, man. Dealing with chicks is just like sales. Me and John always say this. Time kills all deals because if you allow her to get comfortable texting you, she's going to get acclimated to that. And phone calls, what they do is, I say a 20-minute phone call, and I'm going to talk to you guys how to do the phone call here in a second. But a 20-minute phone call is going to be the equivalent of like texting for like 3 or 4 days. You understand? Because how do I say that? That connection you create from spoken word is much stronger than text messages. And here's the other important reason too why I don't want you guys texting these chicks. They're going to misinterpret a lot of the things you say because they don't know you. You understand? So if you say something witty, to one girl that might be witty, to another girl it might sound like you're a jerk, to another girl it might sound like you're cocky, whatever it may be. So you need to be able, to get her on the phone so that she can actually see your real personality, your charisma, all these things that will make you way more attractive. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I do a phone call, Myron? Don't worry, I got you, baby. Class is in session again. We got 286 live viewers. Guys, please don't forget to like, comment the video. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? I've taken a lot of L's for you guys to get this information. We got a couple of super chats. Let's see here. James Bradley, thank you so much for patreon.com/freshfit. Guys, please get on there. C. Poxton, I stole Myron's opener. Got a date in 2 days. Yeah, I hate you, man. That's him with Selena Powell, by the way, at our building earlier this week. We met her. Okay, DJM, super sticker, $5. Thank you so much for that. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, cool. Super chat's done. Let's keep going back to this fire. All right, man. The phone lines are blowing up, guys. I see you all in there. I will get every single one of you is going to get on the show. Don't worry. I will not leave any man behind. Anyway, so that's why you do the phone calls. Now you guys are probably wondering, all right, how do I set up the phone call? You're going to call her, okay? Either you could do a FaceTime or a phone call. Understand that some girls might be uncomfortable talking to you on FaceTime because if you try to hit her up like, let's FaceTime, bro, number one, she's going to be like, because she doesn't have time to put on her makeup, her filters, and everything else. So she's like, oh my God, he's going to think I'm so ugly. Because a lot of girls are self-conscious about that. And when you have cojones and you tell her, I want to FaceTime, you should be like, oh my God. So she might not want to FaceTime, which that's okay. You know, if you verify she's real through an Instagram, whatever it may be, that's fine. Understand a lot of girls are going to be self-conscious about that, especially super attractive girls, man, because they're not used to getting told, oh, you look like crap. So like, they don't want to give you the opportunity to say that, which I still do it anyway. Anyway, so they might not want to do a FaceTime call, but that's fine. Just do a voice call. And when you do the voice call, guys, 10 to 20 minutes max. Okay. You're going to have general conversation, but what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to treat it kind of like a job interview. All right. And what I mean by that is you're going to kind of imply to her that there's a job opening, okay? And you are the hiring manager, but there's other qualified candidates for this job, you understand, that are applying to the same position, okay? and she is an applicant and she hasn't necessarily earned a chance yet to work at, Gaines Industries, for example. Okay. My business. So she's got to earn that. So you need to go with that premise that, hey, there's a job opening. You have the ability to apply. And then at the end of the call, if you like her and she's not annoying, right? She ain't no dumb bimbo. Then you ask, then you tell her right there and then on the phone. This is basically a sales call, guys. When are you free this week? You understand? When are you free this week? And you're going to set up a date right there and then. Okay? None of this, what do you want to do? Or no, you tell her, she tells you, I'm free on Tuesday. You're going to say, all right, cool. Meet me at this place at this time, wear this. And you're going to set the date right there and then on the phone with her when the buying temperature is hot. Okay? That's going to reduce your flake rates. I'm not saying girls are not going to flake anyway, because girls always flake, but it's going to mitigate it quite a bit. And then on top of that, she's going to have a voice attached to your to your profile. And then if you guys do a FaceTime call, it's going to be even more rapport built. Okay? A big reason why girls flake, guys, besides the fact that they have a million offers, is that girls have been on many bad dates. You understand? Especially if she's meeting you off Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc. Because a lot of the guys on these apps are broke boys, right? That go on a date and tell the chick, we spent $100. You mind Venmoing me $50 because we're gonna split this because equality. Nah, bro, equality doesn't work when it comes to attraction, baby. That's why I tell you guys all the time you got to pay for the date. But that's a whole other topic. But the point of the matter is you set the date right there and then with her, okay? Because you don't want her siphoning off more free attention from you, okay? And then also you're able to discern right away her interest level. If she's whack on the phone, she's like giving you BS answers, all this, just hang up on her. I've done that before. This girl's whack. Hang up. Or I'll do the FaceTime call. I'll be like, gargoyle. Hang up. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect yourself, bro, because these girls do be catfishing sometimes. So, you know what I mean? So you got to put her on the spot and make her decide, hey, are you going to come out or not? I'm not a fan of text game, man, because it sets you up number one, it takes a lot of skill. And then number two, it sets you up in a position to get fleeced for time. And then you'll end up texting a girl for weeks to meet up, bro. And that's quite frankly it's not worth it, man, because you can be using that time better spent on forging other leads. That's why I tell you guys, you need to be on multiple dating apps and multiple profiles on each app so you can run a full court press, swiping on each, etc. So let's see here. Is there anything else I left here? Okay. And like I said, real quick, guys, the reason why you need to be on online dating, and especially major cities, is because girls, understand this. Girls ain't going to tell you this, but here's the reality. Girls move to major cities so that they can meet high value guys. All right. They're going to lie. Oh, I came because I want to be in the city. Bruh, you ain't fooling me, man. Like, bruh. There we go. You're not fooling me, bro. Because if you really move if it was a utopia of just straight women, you wouldn't move to a major city. Girls understand that high value guys live in the center areas of major cities because it's expensive to live there. You understand? The hottest girls, why are all the hottest girls in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Miami, downtown LA, Hollywood Hills, all these expensive places? Because that's where the high value guys are. So if you live in a major city, you need to use that to your advantage and be on online dating in major cities because you're going to find the hot girls there. So with that said, that was the summary on online dating. We're going to go. Let's see if we have any super chats. Nope. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Holy crap. Okay. 843, you're on the Gaines podcast with Myron Gaines, man. Welcome.
What's up, big dog, man? This is Jonathan from the 1% group. How you doing?
Hey, how are you, man?
Doing good. So I was listening for a while. I was really paying attention to the online dating stuff. Cause I just got into that really. I was more like you, like doing traditional coaches, right? And I got into the whole like getting better pictures and just having multiple apps, so I have like more volume, right? Man, I'll be real with you though. Like I still feel like I'm not getting as many matches as I normally, as I probably could get. And I know my pictures are fire. I put them on the group and people were commenting, telling me it looked good and stuff like that. But I still feel like my match amount is very low. And I'm in a decent sized city. I'm in Charleston, which isn't super big, but it's a college here, right? It's like, it's enough going on to be busy. I don't know what's going on with this, man. Like my pictures are fire. My bio is funny, right? It's like life is short. I'm not, right? So like, I think it's funny, right? But my matches are super low, man, compared to what I want to see.
So, you ran your pictures through the group, and which group? Through which group did you run it through?
The 1%, the Richards group.
Okay, nah. Shout out to Rich Cooper, man. Rich Cooper's a friend. He's actually my mentor, guys. Nah, man, you gotta run it through. You gotta hit me on the side, bro. There's another. Me and my boy John. We use another service to figure that out. You can't have dudes assess. You can't have guys assess your pictures unless unless they know what they're doing. Because quite frankly, the reality is this: most guys are not good assessors of high value pictures that are going to attract women. I'm just going to keep it 1,000 with you. They're not. You know what I mean? For you gotta talk to guys that actually know how to deal with very attractive girls and how to rate and how to like set up a good online dating profile. And the thing is that even though that group is great, which I do advocate everybody get on the 1%, you're going to be in a group of guys that, you know, are like-minded, RP aware, if you know what I'm talking about, guys on the up and up. But I would not base my photos rating on dudes because men, quite frankly, most 99% of men are terrible assessors of good pictures. Absolutely awful. Okay. And if they were good, we wouldn't have the problems that we have with online dating nowadays, where most guys are getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? So your pictures are probably much worse than you think, because you live in Charleston, dude, which Charleston has a lot of hot girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, the ratio is amazing here, man.
Yeah.
Like the guy-to-girl ratio is really good here, which is why I'm like surprised. Like I go out there and cold approach back when it was better, and I would land big fish, right? Like I would like land decent chicks. And I feel like my online, like I said before, isn't even matching what I would do when cold approaching was still more viable, when there was still more time to go and cold approach, because now 10:30 is like cutoff point, right? You can't really cold approach like you need to, but it just isn't like what I thought it was going to be. Also, when's the video or the show when you're talking about taking your matches from Tinder and Bumble and trans and turning them into Instagram follows? Like, when's that video happening?
Me and Fresh will do one on that. We basically, me and Fresh are writing down all the requests for the podcast, and that will definitely be one. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna release an Instagram course. We're gonna teach you guys how to basically use your Instagram as a sourcing tool to get girls, and then we'll also teach you guys how to use it as a funnel to set up dates as well through your online dating app. So we're gonna teach you guys like Instagram on steroids, because there's a bunch of things that we're gonna teach you guys, like using like, you know, ads, like crazy stuff that you ain't never heard before. So me and Fresh are working on that diligently for you guys. It's going to be great. But yeah, bro, you know what? I'm going to give you guys some crazy value right now. Class is in session. Since we got 284 guys in the group, okay, in the watching the stream right now, you're going to put the pictures through photofeeler.com. All right? That's what you're going to use. You ain't going to use a group of guys, you know, to ask them, hey, how do these pictures come out? No, you use photofeeler.com, bro. All right.
All right. I can do that. That makes sense.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Men are terrible assessors of pictures, dude. Like you would have to talk to a guy that's very savvy with women and they can tell you if your pictures are good. But like normal dudes, no, man. Don't ask normal dudes how the picture is. They ain't going to know. Most guys are terrible at taking pictures in the first place. That's why a lot of guys struggle with online dating.
Clutch, he said something about being black in South Carolina. It might not help out because of like all the stuff that's happening. Because there were protests.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
Well too,
if anything, being African American will help you more nowadays in today's climate, bro. Like these guys that talk about that are on some BS. Look at me. I'm an Arab, man. My nose is huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. That's these people that use the race thing, bro. They're on some BS, man. Like, if you max out your looks and you have confidence, you're going to be attractive to all women. It's international, man. Your problem is this. I guarantee you, your pictures are not as good as you think they are. They're probably trash, quite frankly, just being honest with you. Because you should be getting a lot of matches being in Charleston, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm going to move on.
For real, man.
Yeah, I'm going to move on to the next caller because these are blowing up. But caller, there you go. There's a tip right there. Some awesome free value. Get on our Patreon, man, patreon.com/freshfit. And we're going to show you guys actually how to like do this in a way, like you take your picture in a way where you're scoring really high. Because you got to hit a certain threshold before you even think about putting them on online dating. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to talk about that in the Patreon. So I'll catch you, brother. And thank you so much for calling in. All right. I'm going to move on to 914.
You too, man.
914, you're on the line with Myron Gaines, the Gaines Podcast. 914. 914 going once. 914 going twice. Oh, think I heard something.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I was just about to hang up.
Hey, what's up?
Good timing. What's your question, bro?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think are the best cities in the U.S.? I'm into white girls, bro. So what are the best cities in the U.S. if I want to, meet attractive white girls?
Okay. What city are you in?
I'm in like a suburb of New York right now, like Albany. So it's
man.
okay, but like I want to move to, I don't know, I want to see what's out there.
So what your goal is? What you want? You want to get you want specifically Caucasian women?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm more into that. I'm not really into I'm Mexican, so I'm not really attracted to Latina girls as much. So I know Miami, a lot of Hispanics. So I don't know. What do you think are good cities in the U.S. just to get better at game? Good for day game, night game, all of that. And I don't know. It would be a plus if there were, white girls.
Yeah. So I mean, Albany, you got SUNY. Isn't SUNY up there? If I'm not mistaken, State University, New York.
Yeah.
Albany, like the main campus.
Yeah, but I kind of want to leave. I'm in high school right now, so I want to leave for college. And
You're in high school?
But I am. Yeah, I'm 18.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Then, well, understand this, that at 18 years old, you are the equivalent of a 60-year-old woman. So your value is very low. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality. Young guys,
right.
We talk about this in our Patreon, young guy game, you're going to have to really leverage social circle. And we teach you guys how to do that on the Patreon. And it's only $5 to join. That video is everyone has access to that. But we go into detail, we break it down for 20, 30 minutes, how young guys need to run game, guys in high school, guys in college, etc. But the long story short is you need to leverage social circle game because you can't necessarily leverage status and money and resources. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You ain't going to compete with guys like me and stuff like that, quite frankly. Right. So you're going to need to get on the Patreon and do that. And I hate to say that, go on the Patreon, but it's that's a long explanation. And I don't really have time at the moment because we got a lot of callers on to explain it. But I literally break it down from A to Z, man. Because we got a couple young guys on the Patreon and someone asked that. And he's 20. He's right around your age. And we broke it down exactly how to do it when you're in high school and in college to get chicks.
So any cities you would recommend, specifically?
I'm sorry, what was that, brother?
Any cities you would recommend, specifically?
If you're going to go to college, where to go to college at?
Yeah.
Go to Boston.
Yep.
Go to Boston, 1,000%. Go to Boston. Absolutely go to Boston. Because so here's the thing. I went to college at Northeastern University in Boston. And the beauty about Boston is that you get to live in a major city. Number two, there's a lot of colleges in that area. So there's an influx of people in your age group. And then a lot of those schools are dominated by women because they're more left leaning. You know what I'm saying? So and in general, there's more women in college now than men. You know what I'm saying? So the only problem with Boston is that it's super liberal, dude. It's super social justice warrior haven. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you're going to have to contain some of these RP belief systems that you have. You're not, as we always say, don't overtly go out there and talk about, you need to read the rational male. No, just keep the knowledge to yourself and operate using that knowledge to your advantage. But I would go to Boston if I was looking for schools to go to as a young guy, because you get the best of both worlds. You're in a major city, number one. Number two, you can walk around, right? Number three, there's a lot of college students in there. There's so many schools in the greater Boston area, man. Northeastern, Suffolk University, Boston University, Boston College, a bunch of dance schools, art schools. You know what I'm saying? We got the best music school starts with a B, man. Bentley, no. Well, Bentley's not far either. Not far too. So it's one of the best places to go to school, man. If you want to be in a major city, in my opinion, I think it beats New York City. I don't like New York City like that. So I would go to Boston personally.
Myron, may I ask, what did you study in college? What was your degree?
I studied how to trap, white powder.
Okay, now I'm trying to figure out what degree, because I want to get my money right. So I'm trying to figure out what to study, what's a good job.
Well, I mean, major in something that's gonna make you money, man. Don't be like these guys that go to school just for anything, and because obviously, college is very expensive nowadays. So you got to make sure the investment is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're getting like you're getting crazy scholarships, then yeah, whatever, do what you want. But if you're paying for it like most of us, make sure you go to a school that can give you money and you're majoring in something that's going to make you back money. You got to find what you like and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool.
Right. Is it true that you're a teacher? I've heard that like somewhere that you're like a, I don't know, like a teacher or something.
A teacher. Yeah, I teach people how to trap. But hey, bro, I'm gonna move on. Get on the Patreon because I literally we broke down how young guys can game that don't have money. All right, so get on the Patreon. It's only $5. Do it. You know what I'm saying? It's it's less than a venti that you would spend on a girl that doesn't like you anyway. So you're better off learning that knowledge.
Okay.
All right, brother. Patreon.com/freshfit. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next.
All right, thank you.
No worries, brother. I hope you enjoyed that. So I got 323 on the line. Before I get to 323, I got a super chat here. Ryan Acevedo, yo, Myron, great content. What if a girl mentions she's busy all week? That's okay. That does actually sometimes happen. Just make it as soon as possible. Okay. And if she tells you like, oh, I'm busy that next week too, then you're like, all right, bro, then just move on. Like, nah, I ain't stupid. You ain't that busy. Cause if I was Future or Drake, you know what I'm saying? You would be like, oh, I'm free right now. So nah. So just move on. And then we had another super chat. Thank you to my man, Tom. Jay Stokes asked earlier, so how long before your Tinder gets worn out and you should create a new one? Excellent question. Typically, guys, it's about a month to a month and a half that you're going to start to realize that your matches are going to slow down and you're not getting pushed in the algorithm as much. Okay? Because no matter what, how good your profile is, you're always going to get pushed back in the algorithm because there's so many guys on the site, on the app, that and new people making profiles, they need to get those new guys that make new profiles the exposure. So you're going to get pushed inevitably, no matter how good your app, your profile is. So I would say the sweet spot is I would make a new profile every 2 months. Because if you do it too much, Tinder will 1,000% shadow ban you. So you don't want to do it too often. Great question. All right. So let's continue on. 323. Man, these phone lines are blowing up. All right. 323, you're on the Gaines podcast with Myron Gaines, bro. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, Myron. Long-time listener.
Thank you.
Recently looking to get back in the game. Been out of it for 5 years. So yeah, you dropped some good knowledge today as far as the Tinder stuff. Like I didn't know you're supposed to make a new profile every 2 months. Like you just said, that's like news to me.
Yeah, because you're gonna get pushed back in the algorithm every time. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Shit, new stuff. So I'm trying to get into the Instagram game to do like the geolocation stuff to talk to girls that are outside of the US.
Yep.
Do you have any tips on that? Like I am Central Asian, let's say, and I'm trying to find someone in Central Asia to kind of bring here or to go there or just to do something. Do you have any tips on that? Man, okay. So doing stuff like that, obviously my boy Fresh Prince CEO, he's like the pro when it comes to that. Definitely. Oh, we got Rolo Tomasi in the house. Shout out to Rolo Tomasi. What's up, Rolo? Guys, go buy that book. Rational Male. I always recommend it. Every guy needs to read that book and understand female nature so that they can apply these concepts that I'm teaching you guys. You know, obviously, Rolo has excellent theory, and I give you guys the application. But caller, going back to what I was telling you, yeah. So as far as like using geotag and everything, we had mentioned that in our last Fresh and Fit podcast. We're going to talk about this in detail in the course. But I'll tell you this, man. We'll probably, because we've been getting asked this so much. In the Patreon, we will make a video on this, on how to maximize this. Get on the Patreon, and we will and request it for all the guys that are in the $20 tier. We do personal video responses for any question they have, and this one's going to be a detailed one because it's much deeper than just doing some geotagging. Because especially where you're at, where are you at in the world? What country? Well, in the US, I'm in the SF Bay area.
You're in the South. Okay, so but you want to do Central Asia?
Yeah, I've been trying to date here, and honestly, it's been a garbage heap here. Maybe it's my profile or something, but I'm
your profile. Yo, listen, your profile probably sucks, bro. Let me tell you guys something. A lot of you guys are not ugly dudes, man. All right. The problem is that your profiles are ugly. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is that your pictures aren't high value. They're low quality. They're not professionally done. They're not edited. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of you guys struggle with online dating. And the thing is, I hate to say it, guys, With online dating, it's all visual. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's all 1000% visual. That's why I tell guys you need to maximize your looks if you're gonna get on online dating. You need to get your teeth straightened. You need to get them whitened. You need to dress better. You need to get in good shape. If you're under 6 feet tall, you need to be in shape, man. I don't care what anyone says. If you're under 6 feet tall, one of the best equalizers is getting in shape, man. Because quite frankly, it's gonna be very difficult for you to compete if you're 5'9", but you're fat. You know what I'm saying? Compete with, because even a 6'1" guy who's a loser with zero game is going to get more chicks. He's going to have better advantages in the marketplace simply because he's taller. So the way you're going to equalize is by having a good body, getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that said, caller, I guarantee you haven't maxed out your online dating profile. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing too, when you run third world game, and me and Fresh are going to do a podcast on this because a lot of guys talk about going to Central Asia, South America, Eastern Europe, etc. Running third world game, that's fine if you want to do that. But understand this, when you do that, your game is going to get blunted. And what I mean by that is when you go to these third world countries, Brazil, Ukraine, Colombia, Philippines, Thailand, etc., these poor countries, you're going to have higher perceived status there. Okay. So the girls are going to want to deal with you for they're going to have other ulterior motives. Because if you can't get girls in the US, it's not necessarily that, you know, girls like you in these other countries, just that you have higher perceived status and they know they can get a come up off you, a green card, whatever it may be. So they're going to be super compliant. They're going to be super feminine. Then next thing you know, you're going to say, oh, but I love you, baby. You're going to bring her back to the US. You're going to be like, and then you're going to know.
This moment he knew he fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't get fleeced by these chicks, man. So you got to learn game and you got to make your profile attractive in general. I guarantee your profile sucks. You're looking for an easy way out to go to, you know, Central Asia.
I feel you, man. I feel you, and yeah, I'm from there, so I understand the game. Some of my friends went there and they got married to some of those girls. I'm still waiting to see if that works out or not. So I was against that for a long time. I wanted to, you know, do the American thing, but it just, again, after 5 years in a relationship, I figured, you know, this is dumb. It's better to go over there.
So you just got out of a relationship for 5 years?
Yeah, 3 months ago I got out of it.
Yeah, bro. So yo, you're not gonna come back into the game 3 months in and like know what you're doing, bro. You know, I bet my left testicle, dude, your profile absolutely sucks. Like, that's why you're not getting matches. You know what I'm saying? Because like, here's the thing, guys don't understand. When you're in a relationship, a long-term relationship, especially for like 5 years, you're gonna lose a lot of things that made you attractive. You're gonna lose like the edginess. You're gonna lose like that raw vibe of like not caring, outcome independency. I hate to say it, but like being in a long-term relationship, especially for that long, it softens you up, bro. Softens you up. And there's studies that even show that show that like your testosterone levels are decreased when you date a girl long-term, bro. So instead of like saying, oh, I want to go with girls in Central Asia, here's the other problem too with dealing with third world chicks, bro. A lot of them are prostitutes, man. They ain't gonna, the good thing about dealing with Western chicks, I know as much as everyone wants to complain about Western women, is that at least you know, right, that like they're not just dealing with you to get a green card or to like, get some money from you because they're super poor. You know what I'm saying? So I would say this, man, you got to max out the stuff you can control before you even think about going over there. Cause yeah, you might get a chick out in Central Asia, but you're still going to take a long-term L if you bring her back here. You better go over there and stay over there. Cause like I always tell guys, like just cause you marry a chick from another country, when you bring her here, she's going to still adopt Western ideals. And if you don't got the game to deal with that, you're going to take an L regardless. You're just going to prolong that L. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, I'm going to move on to the next caller, but just think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Really think about that. Because I think you have other problems here that you just need to sharpen your game. You only been out the relationship for 3 months. Give yourself some time to get back into the marketplace. Things have changed significantly, my friend, since you've been single, like in the past 5 years, significantly. So just internalize that. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Get on the Patreon, man. Patreon.com/freshfit. And we'll handle you. We'll help you out. All right, so we got 510 on the line. So I got 510-321-917-818-727-412-305, and 501. All you guys are going to get on the show. We will get this handled. And all right, so 510, you there?
Yeah, Modern Games was good.
Hey, what's up, bro? Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to read a super chat here. I want to make sure everyone, made for royalty with a $4.99 super chat from Miami. Used to be a manager of a club. Now I'm in Atlanta. I can't get consistent work because of my criminal background. What do I do? Man. Well, if you're a convicted felon, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be pretty tough.
I would say get into some kind of construction. You know, a lot of like these labor-based gigs. They don't necessarily run background checks, so that's something that you can do. That's kind of an off-the-cuff question, but yeah, man, that's. I need to know a little bit more details because it depends on what the crime was. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously, if you're on an offender registry, right? And it was a misdemeanor, that's going to be worse than even some felonies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is exactly. Okay. So go ahead, caller. You're on the Gains podcast. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So, how do you get unbanned from Tinder or Hinge or dating apps such as those?
Okay. Did they probably banned your phone number, right?
Right. So, I had been on it like earlier in the pandemic, and then I came back to it, and then all of a sudden I'm banned. So I don't know if I've been like reported.
Yeah, you need another phone number, my man.
Okay.
So yeah, you need another phone number, and that will probably help you.
Okay, that's it. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Good question. Thank you for calling in.
All right, thank you.
321, you're on the Gains podcast. Welcome to the show. 321, you're on. 321 going once. 321 going twice. Sold to 727. 727, you're on the Gains podcast. So Myron Gaines, bro. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, man? It's DJ Amber, Damien from your great show group. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I got a quick question. I'm trying to figure out how you overcome subtle objections to meeting up when it comes to the app. Like, when it comes to getting girls' phone number or getting them off the app, that's not really the hard problem. Like, how do you cut to the chase when it comes to actually getting them to meet up? Because I'm getting a lot of sideways, otherwise being busy relative behavior that's not letting them to actually meeting me.
Okay, so, well, number one, how are you meeting the girls? What apps?
Well, normally I was using like Tinder or Crespo right now, and normally I'll get their IG, I'll talk on IG, I'll get their phone number, but then when they actually want to meet up, like I'll call them or actually want to FaceTime them, they're just either not answering or they'll respond with text and they're not actually trying to meet up. They'll say they're busy, and then we play this game, and so I just ignore them after that.
Yeah, bro, that's just a simple
denied.
Like they're just trying to fleece you for attention. So like when girls act like that, I just kick them immediately. I cut my losses and move on to the next one. Because girls will, that's why I always tell you guys, the reason why you want to get them on the phone quick or set up a date right away is because girls will do BS like this, where they'll try to basically, how do I say this? They'll try to fleece you and game you to talk to them more. Because like you guys got to understand that fundamentally, women, hold on, bro. I'm going to just mute your mic a little bit because it's like a lot of noise. Okay. So women fundamentally, man, like they want attention. Men want fornication. And it's a battle between the two genders to get the commodity from the other without giving it up. So men want to get fornication without giving up too much attention or spending money. Women want to get attention and money and resources without necessarily giving it up. So, you know, your level of game basically dictates how much you have to give up of your commodity to a girl to get the fornication, right? So, but unfortunately, most guys lose. They give up free attention all day because it's socially accepted to like get friend zoned by a girl and everything like that. When in reality, your attention is like the only thing you have in 2020, man. And quite frankly, the male attention has dropped down. Its value is worth nothing thanks to Instagram and online dating. So you need to put some respect on my name. And you're going to do that by not giving your attention out for free. So a big part of that is you're going to have to cut your losses quick, man, and move on to the next girl. So, caller, you're on the Patreon. So, I'm going to put you back on. Yo, just shoot me a message, dude, and we got you covered. Don't worry about it. I want to see your exact threads and we'll help you out. And that's one of the perks, guys, of being in the Patreon. We help guys like that directly. So yeah, brother, hit me up on there.
Yeah, it's raining here, so that's kind of why it's like that. Sorry. Thanks.
No, it's all good, man. Well, me and Fresh will get you sorted. All right, I'm going to move on to 412. Excellent question, though. So 412, you're on the Gains podcast.
Hey,
so Myron Gaines.
Hey.
What's up, man?
My name's RJ. Your your YouTube thing here is awesome.
Thank you.
Just wanted to let you know real quick.
Thank you so much.
I live in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
Just to paint a picture for you, I'm in my 40s. And doing the online, so you know, I'm not taking selfies. I hired a professional photographer.
Excellent.
And it upped the matches. Okay. 6 foot, legit, have all my hair. For my age range, I think it's, I'm a good looking guy, but the results are still low. And let me also add this. I have a pre-qualifier that's just a, it's a non-negotiable. This is no kids.
Okay.
And I'm running into like 80% of the females within my age range have kids. In person, I do awesome, right? Like just rolling game, like if I'm out, but it's really hard to do right now. With the quarantine, with the pandemic, like there's no bar game. It's like, you can't go sit at a bar, in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to figure out ways to adjust my game to meet more people, or more females. I'm not sure if you had any suggestions based on the little bit of information I gave you there.
Sure. So number one, because I had a client in a very similar situation to you that reached out to me, and he lives in California. And same thing. He was dating girls that had kids and all this other stuff. Quite frankly, bro, and for all the guys in here that are older, 35 plus, etc., you guys have zero business dating women your age. I'm going to say that again, bro. I really want you guys to internalize this. You guys over here that are 35 plus, making 100 grand a year or more, you guys have zero business talking to older chicks. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Society has brainwashed men to thinking that we're on the same dating timeline as women, okay? Women need to settle down at that age because they understand that their best years are gone, okay? For men, though, our life is just beginning because as a guy, the things that make you attractive take time to acquire. You know what I'm saying? So when you're 40 years old as a guy, bro, you're in your prime. You know what I'm saying? You probably got your money right. You're in good shape. You're in the gym. You're 6 feet tall. You got a full head of hair. You need to be dating 18 and 21-year-old, man. You should not be even dealing with no chicks.
There you go.
You shouldn't even be like dealing with girls your age, man, at all, because now you right now are at your peak. You know what I'm saying? You can't be sitting here dating women that are like your age, man. Like, because here's the thing that you're going to have to deal with when you're dealing with older women. All right. You're going to have to deal with kids. You're going to have to deal with past relationships. You're going to have to deal with, baggage to some degree. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with a woman that's probably going to be jaded to some level. You know what I'm saying? Because the father of her child is no longer in her life, whether she initiated the divorce or not, still going to cause some kind of drama. She's going to have negative preconceived notions about men in general. You know, you don't want to deal with that, man. And quite frankly, as you become older and make more money, you've earned the right and privilege to not have to deal with that no more. So my number one tip is stop dealing with older chicks. If I were you, I would not date a woman over 30 years old, personally.
Okay. So in person, that can be done. You have age ranges where people, where the females are looking, and they might not be looking in my age range, like by and large. Is there any way to augment that?
Yeah. One way to augment
online.
that. I got you. One way to augment that, lower your age. Make it about 30 to 35 years old. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of girls have this preconceived notion that, oh my God, he's 40. He's like, oh, my dad or whatever. But the reality is if you take care of yourself and you look good, you're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't look your age, you're going to be good, which I'm sure you probably don't. So make your age about 30 to 35. That way you're going to be in that 10-year window that most girls put their filters on when they're on online dating apps. That's going to curve it so you can so that you can actually so these younger girls can actually see your profile. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be more apt to swipe on you. And then here's the thing. Advice. Yeah, that's what you could do. Also, bro, a guy like you, if you got your money right, you might want to jump on these sugar sites. But that's a whole other game, which you're going to need to know what you're doing with that. But that's another thing that you can do as well.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for taking my call. Have a nice day.
Hey, brother, by the way, jump on the Patreon because we're going to talk about that on the side. So get on there, patreon.com/freshfit. And we got a lot of gems in there. But yeah, I hope that helped, man. And yeah, bro, know your worth, King. Yep. These older chicks don't deserve you.
Thanks.
All right, man.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it, brother. Take care.
All right, man. Bye. Okay, we got 305 in the house. 305. Welcome to the Games Podcast.
Hey, what up, Myron? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What up, man?
Hey, what up? It's Robert R. from Salt and Body Language Mastery. How are you?
Hey, what's up, dude? How are you? Cubano.
Good, man. So just a question for you. In one of the webinars, I brought up using seeking as a source for my funnel, and you mentioned that I probably shouldn't because of where I'm at with game. And John said just jump right in. I've been jumping in, and I've been having some fun here and there. And I wanted to ask you how you go about answering the question of why are you on seeking? I've been getting that a lot when I meet up with these girls in person. And I wanted to know how you navigate that question.
Oh, man. Okay. Am I going to give this one out? All right. I guess. You want to keep it funny and ambiguous. All right. You simply say, the girls on Tinder are fat, so I'm here. Or you could say the girls on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are not attractive, so I'm here. Boom, done. Nice and simple. You know what I'm saying? So she could, and you could be like, just like you don't want to date broke guys on Tinder that tell you split the check. I don't want to date ugly girls. Boom. Now that's a very cocky, that's a very cocky and arrogant answer. But again, like I said, when you're on these sites, there's a higher perceived notion of status, right? So since there's a higher perceived notion of status, you need to be what's the magic word? Congruent to that. So if you say, yeah, the girls on there aren't attractive, she's going to be like, oh, okay, this guy has standards. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of, what you do is you're going to do what I call like mirroring for her to understand. All right. Cause a lot of girls are innately solipsistic. So like, they don't understand anything from the male perspective at all. Like I always say this, women do not know the plight of men whatsoever. So that's why, like the caller earlier, that's 40 years old, dating these 40-year-old chicks. I told them, no, bro, like don't let society shame you into dating older women. You're at your highest now. And right now you need to date younger women. Don't listen to what society says. So when it comes to like this, they're going to ask you, oh, why are you on the site? And they're also screening to see if you're like if you're going to pay them or any of that other stuff. So I keep it ambiguous and I just say, the girls on Tinder aren't attractive or they're fat or whatever, Bumble, Hinge. I'll just say that. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, just say they're not attractive. I just say they're fat because I don't care because it's funny. But, you're a little bit earlier in your journey. So I would say, just say, yeah, they're just not attractive. Kind of like how you don't want to date broke guys on there that tell you, oh, could you Venmo me half the money? I don't want to date girls that are less attractive. Simple as that, and just move on to the next thing. Cool?
Right. Yeah. I'm keeping it pretty playful when it does come up, and I'll just sort of steer the conversation elsewhere. Yeah. And it's been working. So
good.
One other thing with Myron. So there's this girl that I've been fucking here and there over the last couple of weeks, and I just left on vacation last week for a few days, and she was like all over me and stuff like that, and she's ridden with red flags, mind you. And I'm like getting attached, dude, a little bit. And it's like, it's not even like that I really truly like her. It's just that I want the constant validation that she wants me, and she's not giving it to me. And it's really pissing me off. And this sort of goes down the path of like my ego and stuff.
Yeah.
And like you said, I am earlier in my journey down all this stuff. So I know it'll come with time. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just fucking me up. Like, for example, some of the stupid shit I'm doing and the simp shit I'm doing kind of is like constantly looking at my stories to see if she's seeing them and stuff, because she used to stalk them. And as soon as I left, she hasn't now. And it feels like a game, and it's really pissing me off.
Okay.
And I'm fucking out here. Like I fucked a girl last night.
Try to keep it clean, Rob. Try to keep it clean. Try to keep it clean, please.
Sorry, Myron.
No, it's all good.
Forgot we're on YouTube.
It's all good.
And yeah, man. So I just want some advice on not really caring so much about the validation of some of these girls, even though I know she belongs to the highway.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything there.
Yeah, no worries, man. So I got you with this one. So first and foremost, I want everyone, and we got 306 live viewers, guys. Please like the video, comment, subscribe if you guys are getting value from this, man. You know, I know you guys really enjoy the content, and thank you so much for the support. My boy, we got some new patrons that joined. I just want to shout them out real quick. Squirtle Turtle upgraded to the 97 tier. Bro, we got you. You like when you're in the 97 tier, guys, you guys get to party with us in Miami. When you come down here, you get access to the studio when we record. You get to basically ask us video response questions, access to Zoom calls, all that stuff that we provide on the Patreon. But I'm going to answer Rob's question, but I just want to shout out Squirtle Turtle and all the new patrons jumping in. But the point is this. So, Rob, I need you to internalize this, brother. I think we've talked about this before, but, you know, again, repetition makes you an expert, right? So I need everyone that's watching this show to internalize this statement that I'm going to say right now.
She belongs to the streets.
Unless proven otherwise, every single time. You guys got to understand in here is that a lot of guys want women to adhere to traditional feminine standards. What are traditional feminine standards? Cook, clean, you know, take care of the house, be, how do I say this? Chaste, right? Non-promiscuous, etc. Those are done, guys. Thanks to feminism, those things are done. So this is great for guys like me because we live in a deregulated sexual marketplace. So I'm able to run around here, deal with chicks, whatever. But there's consequences to that. And the consequence to that, guys, quite frankly, is that most girls aren't going to be fit for a long-term relationship. Let's just keep it 1,000. And I talked about this on my last podcast, why you have to have the 5 things in place before you even think of a marriage. And the reason why is because you're going to be able to exert boundaries and discern women that are worthy of a relationship versus women that are not. Now, Rob, if this girl's ghosting you, you probably have done some things wrong, okay? Now, here's my one of my questions. How many plates are you currently spinning right now?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay. So you need to spend more. And here's the other thing too. You should not see a girl more than once a week. I tell all my guys, do not see a girl more than once a week. And the reason why you don't want to see her more than once a week is because you're going to start growing attachment to the girl. And the biggest mistake you can make as a man in 2020 is growing attachment to a woman. Okay? Because you got to understand that for any type of relationship to work, she's got to come to you first asking for the relationship. It ain't going to work the other way around. The woman needs to know that she's earning your commitment. Okay? So when you angle for a relationship or you display behaviors that show that you're angling for a relationship, even if you don't overtly ask for it, it's going to come off as weak to her because she should be chasing you for the relationship. Remember, guys, men, we are the gatekeepers to relationships. Okay? That's why girls pressure you to put a ring on them when they hit 30 plus years old, because they know that I ain't going to marry myself, even though some of these girls are marrying themselves. And meanwhile, I'm just like laughing in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that she's got to be angling for the relationship from you, asking for it. So you can't sit there and display any type of behaviors that shows that you want to be exclusive with her. And I'm willing to bet, Rob, that you probably, because you're new to the game, so I already know you've made these mistakes. You know, and everyone does. And I appreciate you being vulnerable on the line because a lot of guys are dealing with this problem that you're mentioning right now. They just don't want to admit it. And you have the cojones to do it on the air and help the guys learn. So I'm going to give you the best answer I can. Spin more plates. Don't see girls more than once per week. Okay. If they live out of town or far from you, maybe a weekend, and then send her home, man. Okay. Send her home because you cannot afford to get attached. You have to be cold-blooded and let the girl come to you looking for the relationship. Also, another thing I want to say, a telltale sign that a girl, right, is like belongs to the streets or in the highway.
She belongs to the streets.
Is if after you guys fornicate, she doesn't contact you, that's a red flag, bro. Because most girls, even if the fornication wasn't fun for them, she's gonna still want to collect on that access that she gave you. She's gonna want to, like I always say, girls always leverage their sexuality for some kind of money, resources, time, attention, more dates, whatever it may be, because girls don't like to give that away for free. So they want to feel like they're getting something in return. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to feel used. Like that's why I always tell guys, if you hook up with a girl, don't make her feel terrible about it. You know what I'm saying? Like reward her for that. You know what I'm saying? Now you could take her out to a dinner date. Now you could chill with her. Now she can see that other side of you a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to punish her for that. You got to reward the good, punish the bad. So I'm willing to bet here, one of two things happened, or a combination of thereof. Either she belongs to the streets and you thought that she did it, or you were seeing her too much and it turned her off and you started to display weak, needy behavior, right? So That's what I'm saying. You don't see a girl more than once per week, which I know already for a fact you probably broke that. You don't have to answer on the air. And then just don't be needy and then spin more plates, man. Because when you spin more plates and deal with chicks, not exclusively more of them, and you're only seeing chicks once per week, it's going to put you in a position where you're going to be outcome independent. You're not going to necessarily care if plates fall and smash. And then most importantly, you're not going to display any type of needy behavior because you have an abundance mindset, man. The thing is that guys got to internalize is that an abundance mindset for men is earned. Not, not given like for women. For women, it's given. For men, it's earned. You know what I'm saying? So, Rob, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. She's not really ghosting me per se, and I've only seen her once per week over the last few weeks too. I feel it internally, and that's what I've been dealing with mainly. Do you recommend that I reach out to her first for the next time to see her? She knows I'm on vacation. And I've been, I set the frame where I'm sort of initiating to get her over to mine or to go on a date or whatever. Do you recommend I wait and see if she'll reach out to me first to get out of this funk per se?
Yeah, no, man. I mean, you just gotta, I would, if she's been I would need to know more details, but she's got to put work into some degree, man, especially after you've already smashed. So she's got to put some work in.
Okay.
So yeah, man. So
all right, we can talk
dude,
more. I don't want to take any more time.
Yeah, no worries, dude. This
is great. Thank you, Myron.
No worries, man. I hope that helped you out. Just Rob, like I said, man, you're new to the game. This is the thing you got to understand about being in this lifestyle. Girls are always gonna fall off. You understand? That's one of the biggest things that guys don't accept when they get into this and they start getting girls. They think that they're gonna retain them forever. Nah, bruh. You're not gonna retain them forever. And especially the hotter she is, the less you're gonna retain her. So just understand that reality of dating girls non-exclusively. It's fun, but as always, there's consequences to it. You understand? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I got to internalize that. Thanks, Myron.
All right, Rob. Later, man. All right, 501-408-646, and then we are done. All right. 501, you're on the air on the Gains podcast. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going? This is Ryan calling from the Denver, Colorado area. I got kind of a strange question. So, Myron, I know you talk about like night game and such that, but at least where I'm living at, I get a lot of girls that go on vacation.
Tune into our show on Thursday. We're going to break down night game from A to Z. We've gotten overwhelming requests for night game. So me and Fresh are going to do a full episode on running night game this Thursday at 6 p.m. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So let me explain the situation and then kind of answer my question. So I was talking to this girl on Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, she was coming into the Colorado Springs area, which is where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was vacationing from Vail, which is about 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
And she was going out with her girls, and they got lost in the city. So I was like, hey, can I come pick you guys up? So they were like waiting for me, and I'm over here picking up in my car. And basically, I was trying to get with the Hinge girl, and they were wanting like to know some of the best bars in there. I was like, all right, let's go to Whiskey Baron. And
hold on. I need a okay, hold on. Whoa. So you're telling me you met a girl off of Hinge and then you went to go pick her up in your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that night.
Okay. We're like, okay. So she agreed to like meet up with you to go on a date and you would pick her up.
Yeah. With her girls. She had like 3 other girls with her.
Okay. Continue on. I'm listening. All right. So you picked her up and you took her to a bar with her friends.
Yeah. So like, I guess my question really that comes down with that is like, is it a good idea to like be like a male escort in terms? Because like I showed up with like the other girls in tow too, and they were asking me all sorts of questions, and they were like, oh yeah, we were talking to you in the app and we thought you were a cool guy and yada, yada.
And when you say male escort, you mean as in like driving them, right?
Yeah. Like being their DD or like hanging out with them, just having fun, hooking up, stuff like that.
Okay. I'm going to give you a cold, hard reality, my friend, okay? This is how I feel about that.
Oh, hell no.
All right. So let's break this down, okay? This is what happened, my friend. She matched with you on Hinge. She was with her friends. She's like, oh, let's have some fun. Let's see if we can get this guy to pick us up and take us to the bar. What does she do? She gives you what I call a S test, aka congruency test. And you show up and you pick them up like your Uber, operating their frame. And then you take them to the bar. Let me tell you guys a pro tip right now. If a girl is not willing to meet up with you one-on-one in a public location, she probably doesn't like you that much. You understand? So the thing you guys got to understand is if she wants to meet you up with her friends, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm going to tell you guys why you don't do it. Women are hive-minded creatures, okay? And what I mean by that is that they defer to what the group thinks to make their decisions, okay? This is why I tell guys when you're out in Vegas or Miami, whatever, and there's a bachelorette party, don't even bother hitting on the girls. Because the thing is that even if you meet a girl and she likes you, she ain't going to leave with you because she's going to be there with all her friends. And her friends are going to shame her when she walks in the 6 o'clock the next morning, 6 or 7 o'clock the next morning, drunk and smelling of, fornication from you. They're going to shame her the next day at brunch. So the girls don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because image is everything to girls, and girls never want to be shamed for being promiscuous. And you want to know who shames women the most? Other women. Yeah. Ta-da. Like it's other women that shame women the most. So girls don't want to feel that pain. And most importantly, they don't want to be ostracized by the group, right? Because women have like a huge fear of being ostracized. It goes back to, millions of years of evolutionary psychology. But like if a woman is ostracized by the tribe, she ain't going to survive. She's going to die, because it's only been in modern times that women have been able to provision and secure themselves in a modern world. So understanding these dynamics, you can't allow a girl to be around her friends when you're trying to go take her on a date. Okay. And there's an exception to that, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but you don't want that because her friends, even if she likes you, her friends are heavily going to influence her decisions on what she's going to do with you, which you don't want that because now you have outside factors that are distracting the seduction process, right? And quite frankly, other girls will cock block you simply because they're mad that they're not getting attention. You know what I'm saying? So even if you get the friends to like you, they still will very rarely co-sign her leaving with you for a hookup. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll do it, but more than often than not, they're going to prevent her from doing that. Okay. Even if she wants to do it. So, because a lot of girls put fail safes like, hey girl, before they go out, they'll be like, hey girl, no matter how drunk I get tonight, make sure I come home. Okay. I'm coming home with you. Like girls have little packs like that before they go out at night. So knowing this, you need to set yourself up to always win. And a lot of the times when guys fail, it's logistics and they don't set themselves up to win where they're going out with multiple girls. Like she's saying, oh, can I bring my friend along? That basically means she doesn't like you that much. And she's either trying to get a free meal with her friends, free drinks with her friends, etc. So never regulate yourself to being like an entertainer, like you just were just now. You understand? Because it's going to put you in a bad position. So when a girl says some BS like that, you tell her, nah, I'd rather meet you one-on-one on a date. When are you free? You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you before you showed up, they were laughing like, let's see if we can get this guy to do this. You ain't doing it. That's why I always tell guys, don't follow a woman's lead ever, because they're going to always put you in a position that's going to, it's going to destroy your logistical chances of closing the deal. A lot of the time, they're going to want to meet you halfway. They're going to want you to take them across town, all this BS. And then with their friends there, dude, nah, it's an L. Now, here's an exception to that. If you got a good wingman and he knows what he's doing and you're dealing with a chick right now that's like, being a brat or giving objections, like me and Fresh are dealing with that right now. We got a girl that's being a brat. So we're going to document it for you guys. We're going to basically you can set up a double date, right? This is what me and Fresh do a lot with tell her, okay, you have a little bit of an objection. We know we have the game to smooth this over. Bring a friend and we'll do a double date with you. But you got to have a good wingman to do that, man. Because if you take a guy on a double date with you that's a clown, doesn't know how to deal with chicks, bro, you got
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
It's going to make you lose even more because girls are hive-minded. So if you hang out with a guy that's a loser, she's automatically going to assume you're a loser too. So if you don't have a friend that's versed in game, just tell her, hey, nah, I'm not down to do that. I'd rather meet you one-on-one. And then she's going to respect you more for that. You know what I'm saying? And if she says no, she didn't like you in the first place, but you are not going to be an Uber driver to these bimbos, bro. So you messed up there. But lesson learned. Now you understand the background of why you can't do it, why girls do this BS, and how to mitigate it. Does that help?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And it was more of a girls' night out. So there was nothing going to happen. I kind of figured that out at the end of the night.
Yeah, no, man. Never put yourself in a position to operate under her frame, which you did. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't going to optimize it for you to get laid. She's going to optimize it for her friends to get free drinks and have fun and go home with them. So you ain't about that. You're not gonna waste any of your time dealing with chicks that are that have like logistical problems like that and trying to get like a free ride. No, man. No, absolutely not. So just lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. You know, I've done stupid stuff like that before too in my younger years. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks. I appreciate you answering the question.
No worries, man. Get on the Patreon for more great answers like that. We give video responses for specific details. So thank you, man. Patreon.com/freshfish. Fresh fit. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're going to move on to 408 and 646. And we got 298 live viewers, guys. Please like the video, man. Comment, subscribe. I'm giving a lot of value right now. Know you guys are enjoying this one. Okay, 408, man, you're on the line on the Gains podcast. Go ahead.
Hey, Myron, how's it going? It's Michael from Colorado and your private coaching.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I just had a question on photos for dating apps. So I took new photos to your recommendation, which I won't repeat on air for the sake of your stream.
No, thank you, man. But can you tell the people?
To break that 8.5 sort of barrier on attraction. Do you think an app like Face App or one of those photo touch-up apps would help push it over that threshold?
I'll talk with you on the side, Mike. I'll talk with you on the side.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, just text me. I'll help you on the side because there's going to be more to it than that. So yeah, just
the other question I had was, you always say, you know, you're probably not sourcing enough volume, and I'm trying to get that volume in.
Mm-hmm.
How much volume would you say is enough volume if I'm targeting, I don't know, like one new date a week?
Okay, dude, I'm easily talking to 20 girls a day via dating apps or approaching, etc. So it needs. You don't have to work that much, but you need to be like working a lot of volume, like a lot, because the thing is that your conversion rate from online dating is always going to be low because, I mean, the conversion rates from any type of dealing with women is low because girls are very fickle and the marketplace is 100% in their favor nowadays. But you got to work a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of volume, which we'll talk about that details on the side. You're obviously a client, so you're going to get a level of information that I can't necessarily put on the YouTubes. So just hit me up on the side, brother. All right?
Gotcha. I'll definitely be joining the Patreon, I think, once my training expires.
But yeah, man.
Thank you. And
well, dude, it's only $5 to get in. So just get in now so you can get like access to the content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Man. We ain't that expensive, bro. You can get on right now. So you won't get the receipts, right? Like we have like a receipt tier where we show pictures and video of how we actually do it. But you'll get like the patron answers and everything like that, which guys ask a lot of good questions. So yeah, get on there, bro. It's $5, man. That's a Starbucks venti. So.
All right. Well, great. Thank you very much.
All right, Mike. Good, man. Peace. All right. 646. Peace. You are going to be on, and then 647. 646, go ahead.
Yo, Myron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Yo, it was good, man. Yo, I really fuck with your style, man. Like a lot of guys, you know, the dating coaches neglect looks, but like you actually have a more holistic approach. You know,
yeah, looks are very important.
Of what women are looking. That's like 50% of what women are looking for.
Yeah, no, but, I'll just say this real quick about looks, guys. You know, I ain't going to be one of these liars that tell you, oh, it's all game. No, looks absolutely matter because here's the thing with looks. Looks get your foot in the door. The game keeps you in the door. Right. Does that make sense? So like, I would say like the better looking you are, the more BS the girl's going to tolerate from you. But if you have zero game, she's still going to decline you regardless. So even having a Lambo, money, all that does is it gives you a bigger window to show your value to the girl, like to run game. It gives you a wider net to run game. But in general, if you don't have game, you're going to take an L anyway. So the looks get your foot in the door. The game keeps you in the door. So go ahead, brother. I just want to make that distinction there.
Yeah, dudes don't know how much of an advantage it is to be fit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, because most dudes out here are fat. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you got to V taper, like. But yeah, so I've been with my girl for like a year now.
Okay.
And like I can't shake the itch, you know, to fuck with other chicks. And I'm just trying to have an open relationship on my side. You know, like I've always been the kind of guy that was like a natural. I was a Division I athlete, high school athlete, so I kind of got red pilled by nature. You know, I was into gangbangs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts.
So, and I kind of feel intuitively, right? Like if a chick really likes you, she'll probably let that shit fly from time to time because I think like you as a dude, you need to be emotionally loyal. You don't really need to be physically loyal.
Facts.
Whereas she needs to be physically loyal to be emotionally loyal. Like,
Facts.
she can't be fucking around on you and still love you.
Facts.
I think, personally.
No, that's facts. That's 1000% facts, bro. Men and women look at sex completely differently, bro. They just do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and guys, I'm trying to keep a YouTube clean, so I'm going to use that word sparingly. But the point is that let's try to keep it clean too, caller, please. But so we can push this in algorithm so other people can learn from this. But in general, men and women look at that activity completely differently. Men, it's just physical. For women, it is emotional. No matter what they want to say, it is emotional. That's why they have so many more tick boxes required before they give themselves to a guy. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
So
that's why I'm not trying to have like my chick fuck around on the side, because like she's gonna get emotionally attached to somebody else and then leave me probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So okay. So
what are your thoughts on doing that? Like,
yeah.
I tried it with a few chicks and like they just ended up like, just going fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, and please call her, keep it clean. But
oh, my bad, bro.
No, it's all good. But the thing is, okay, so this is what you got to understand if you want to run it because I what you're trying to do is exactly what I'm going to plan. If I do get in a relationship, that's how I'm going to run it too, where I'm open, but she's not. The only way that's going to work, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you, bro. Your value's got to be super high for you to do that. Super high. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a top percentage guy. Okay, Carl, I'm going to just mute your phone a little bit because it makes a lot of static. No offense. So I can just answer your question. Okay, so for the callers in here, for the people in here listening, the caller's question is basically he has an itch to go out there and see other women, but he's in a monogamous relationship of 1 year with a girl. How does he basically get it where he's in an open relationship and the girl is she's committed only to him? The only way that's gonna work, bro, is you got to have super high value. You literally have to be her best option. Like she can't replace you. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. The fact that you didn't bring this up earlier in the relationship and you're bringing it up now a year in, she's probably going to fight you. No, it's not pride. She is going to fight you on that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of women, modern day women, especially in the West, subscribe to blank slate equalism, right? Which Rollo talks about, which is basically the notion that men and women are equal within the confinements of a relationship, which I always say is false. Men and women fundamentally are incapable of leading man within the confinements of a relationship, period. They can't do it. So, but women subscribe and think that they're equal and it's like a partnership or like, it's a power couple, all these like, nuanced phrases. And it's like, nah, we ain't no power couple. Cause last I checked, if someone breaks in the house, I'm not going to look at you and say, okay, you take the back. I got the front. We're going to deal with these home invaders. Nah, bro, she go, 9 out of 10 times, most girls are going to sit there and just like, oh, you go handle that. So the fact that you have to put your life on the line for your woman and protect her, you guys ain't equal. You know what I'm saying? This is why I always laugh when like girls say, oh, we're equal, blah, blah, blah. Right. But then when like danger arises, you got to step up physically as the man because you're not equal because you're physically superior to her. She wants to sit there and say it's equal, but it's not because you're the one that's got to put your life on the line. That's why I tell guys all the time, if a girl isn't willing to cook and clean and submit to you, it goes far beyond her not wanting to do that stuff. It's a blatant disrespect of your masculinity because she's going to expect you to protect her, right? And save her if some danger arises. You have to be willing to put your life on the line, but this chick won't make you a sandwich? Nah, bro. She belongs to the streets. And she gets no serious relationship from you because of that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to subscribe to that equality stuff, that's cool, but it ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because quite frankly, they want to they want to still be treated like a lady, get all the benefits of traditional femininity without adhering to the cost of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, you can't, their roles are negotiable while yours are static. You still got to earn a certain amount. You still got to be the male. You still got to be masculine. You still got to protect her all. Nah, it don't work like that. I ain't going to put my life on the line for a girl that won't even make me a coffee, bro. No. So anyway, with that said, knowing that she's going to fight you back because a lot of women subscribe to this equal type ideology in relationships, right? When it serves them. So you got to be willing to lose her. Okay, because she's probably gonna tell you, "Nah, I'm not doing it." She's gonna walk away. Cool. Date other girls. She's probably gonna see it, and then if she comes back, cool. But more than likely, she's gonna fight you. And if she does, that's fine. Do what you want to do. Don't become. Because here's the thing: if she tells you, "Oh, you can't do it," and then you stay with her, you're probably gonna start to get mad and miserable and feel like you're missing out. Especially if you're a higher value guy, bro. Because remember, men are made. So for us,
We want that access. And she's getting what she wants. She's getting a relationship with a high value guy. But the only way you're going to be able to exert that boundary of I'm going to be open and you're not is your values got to be like top tier, man, for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because she is going to fight you on it, but you got to be willing to let her go. So 646, I'm going to unmute you now. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, I'm just wondering. So, like, how are you trying to go about that personally? Right, like, I make like close to $300,000 a year. I'm 27 years old.
Okay.
Kind of built like you, like 6'3", 215.
Yep.
10% body fat.
Good.
But
good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like how sky high would you aim? How would you do it personally?
So right now, bro, I'll keep it 1,000 with you. I don't even know why you're in a relationship. I don't even know why you're in it. I don't know what you're doing. Like I wouldn't. What's your leg count?
80.
Okay. Yeah, nah, bro. I listen, I would tell her straight up like this. I want to be in an open relationship, but you got to be monogamous to me. She's probably going to fight you and leave. Fine. Let her go. Go talk to other chicks. She's going to come back. She's going to go back out there in the marketplace, realize most guys are low value, and she's going to come back. Do what you want to do.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
The thing, though, I'm telling you, bro, you got to be ironclad in that, though, because she's going to fight you. You live in New York City? I see a 646. Yeah, bro. She gonna fight you 1,000%. She's gonna subscribe to those like equality ideals, and she's gonna tell you, but if you can do it, I should be able to too. And then that's when you correct and you're like, listen, men and women aren't equal. You know what I'm saying? If you want to subscribe to that, that's cool. You can go and let her walk away, bro. Let her leave, and she's gonna be amazed that you didn't chase her. She's gonna know the fact that you didn't chase her means you have other chicks. It's gonna make her anxiety go up, and she's gonna come back to you. Because trust me, she's gonna go back out there on the dating market and realize most of these guys are dorks. She's going to come back to you. It's going to take time, though.
Yeah.
But, bro,
I'm also kind of wondering, how do you think, like, Lucario maintains his open marriage where, like, his chick is seeing other dudes? Like, how does that work?
You gotta ask him, bro. Or? You got to ask him. Everybody has different, you know what I'm saying? You got to ask him. I don't know. But Lucario is my man. But
yeah,
like,
I mean, I ain't trying to have my chick fuck anybody else, man.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Sleep with anybody else, my bad.
No, I understand that, man. But you got to ask him. I mean, personally, I agree. I'm on the same page as you. I wouldn't allow it either. But I'm not like delusional. I also know most chicks like aren't going to be down with that in a modern Western world. They're going to subscribe to we're equal. I should be able to see other people too. But they don't understand like it doesn't work the same way. Men or women are completely different, and we view sex differently. So.
Right.
So yeah, bro.
So I have to kind of like phrase like a statement and like be ready to walk if she's not with the chick. 1,000%. You have the uncomfortable conversation. Y'all want to see other chicks? You're still gonna be my main girl. I'm gonna use protection on those other girls, but you can't see nobody else. And she's gonna fight you, bro. Be prepared. There's gonna be confrontation. But you know what? Let her walk away, man. Who cares? She's gonna come back anyway. Trust me. If your value's as high as you're telling me, she's gonna come back. Because most guys are losers anyway. And here's the other thing too. Bro, you're 27. I don't even know why you're in a relationship making that kind of money at 6'3". What are you doing? I'm about to smack you right now. Like, yo, what are you doing? I wanted that because I just wanted some consistent shit. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like, I mean,
man.
I fuck with a lot of chicks, but like, it's never really that consistent.
No, bro. You sound stupid. Like you need it. 27 making that kind of money, 6'3" in New York City. Yo, like really, bro. Like seriously, man.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
Like no, bro. Have the talk with her. She's gonna walk away. Be content with that, and have other chicks, man. Do not do not sit there. Because here's the thing, bro. If you stay with her and you want to see other chicks, you're gonna cheat on her anyway, and you're gonna be mad, and she's you know what I mean. It's gonna end up bad regardless. So do what you want to do ethically, so she doesn't slash your tires and stab you, right? And then let her walk away, bro, because she's gonna fight you on it, but she's gonna come back because your value's high. You gotta have that confidence to know, though.
All right, man, that makes sense.
All right, bro.
That makes sense. All right, man.
Peace, man. Later.
Thank you.
All right, a little bit of tough love there, but I gotta shoot straight, man. Yo, you guys under 35 years old making that kind of money, like, what are you guys doing, man? All right, 647, your last call of the day. Welcome to the Gains Podcast.
Hey, Marion, how's it going?
What up, bro?
Not much. Just had a quick question. Just a comparison, because like, I want to know, like, what's your approach when you like message all these girls on dating apps? Do you like qualify them? Like, do you give them all an individual message? I'm just comparing because like one of my friends, he has like natural game, but I find like his way is so much effort because he has to, he tries to do everything on the front end so that by the time he meets them, like they don't even have to talk. but I just want to know, like, what, in your opinion, what is your approach? To when you meet girls online.
So, okay. So, caller, that's a great question. The thing is, man, is that most guys, I mean, text game is viable. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, obviously, oh, text game is terrible, don't do it. But I will tell you that it's going to waste a lot of time, and a lot of the time it's not going to be worth it, because a lot of girls use dating apps to just seek attention. And when you run text game, you're not able to clearly deduce if she's actually interested or not. A girl will sit there and even get sexual sometimes with you on text, but never want to meet up. So the way to assess her and not waste time is to set up the date right away. You know, now I know guys that sit there and run text game and do all this other stuff. And personally, I'm not a fan of it, because I know it takes a lot of skill. It's a lot of work, just like you said. And the ROI isn't going to be as high as people think. You're going to have to put in a lot of work, and you're going to have to be good at texting. And quite frankly, most guys mess up texting to do it properly, because there's loss in context. 90 seconds. There's loss in context and everything like that. So, yeah, man, I said it earlier. What I do, I just say, you look like you have trouble written all over you, ... with a GIF. And then she responds. And then from there, I pretty much get a phone number, a social media contact, or I set up a phone call right there, like some kind of phone call, whether it's a phone number, a FaceTime call through the app, whatever it may be. Because Bumble and Hinge now have FaceTime calls through the app, or you can call them through the app. And then boom, you set up. You talk to them on the seconds. You talk to them. Don't worry, you're not going to get cut off, caller. You talk to them on the app, and then you just and then you basically go from there. You know what I'm saying? And you set the date. You're better off talking to them in person than sitting there and texting. A 20-minute call is going to be like 3 days of texting, bro.
Okay.
So that's what I would say. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, man, that's straight to the point. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. I hope that helps you out. Thank you for calling in. So, cool, man. So that's going to bring the stream to a close. Guys, get on the Patreon, man, for more value like this. Obviously, I couldn't give everything away because, you know, we got a bunch of stuff behind the scenes that is not YouTube safe. Patreon.com/FreshFit, where me and Fresh handle all your questions on fitness, game, social media, everything, basically, man. Become a top guy. And here's the other thing, too, bro. I just want to say this real quick. We're in one of the hardest cities to do this, man. If you can pull chicks in Miami, you can pull chicks anywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end the episode right now.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Shut up. You talk too much. Anyway, so yeah, we're in one of the hardest cities to do this, guys. So the credibility is there because we're in a Western country in a hard hypergamous city doing this. You know what I'm saying? And documenting it with receipts and everything, which we put on the Patreon. $20 tier and up, please. And, you know, we just got done, which we did a double date weekend just with some dancers, strippers from Idaho, which that was pretty fun. So you guys will see all that. The Chronicles, I'm sure you guys might have saw my Instagram stories, everything like that with me and Fresh. But it was a good time, man. And we shot some YouTube videos with them. You guys will see that. And very interesting content coming up. But with that said, guys, tune in tomorrow. Actually, tonight on Lucario's channel, we're going to do the In the Game podcast, 10 p.m., Lucario's channel. And then tomorrow, me and Fresh are going to break on the Fresh and Fit podcast on CEO Lifestyle. We're going to break down Young Jeezy's girl talking about submission. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have the best breakdown because I've seen some other videos on it and they're missing out some stuff. So you guys are going to see it from our perspective, two guys in Miami in the game. And hope you guys enjoyed that show. Share this with a friend that's having a terrible time with online dating. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys took some value from this. And I'll catch you guys tonight at 10 p.m. with Mr. Lucario and tomorrow at 6 p.m. on CEO Lifestyle channel. Thank you guys. Peace.